I'll change some permissions here so that that token can be moved by anyone. That way we don't have to mess with it multiple times.
It's fun. I had fun piloting Renan, and I figured since I already have some experience with him, if Michelle does have to step away, then I can pilot Renan.
Alright, so we ended... is the stream started, number 1?
It is!
Number 2, who wants to do a session recap for stream and for our own memories?
Can we group collaborate on it?
That's my favorite kind.
Okay, I remember. So the last two sessions are kind of blurring together, but I do remember a fabulous death at the very end of this particular battle. So we survived the sandworm, which I think was 2 sessions ago, and then we went to look for. We found out that the silver skeleton people were taking all of the partial people, like the minotaurs, and they killed them all. Partial people. I couldn't. You have a word for them, and I don't remember what it is.
Tatarok.
Thank you, Tatarok. So then we decided, because I got all crazy when we saw all the dead bodies on the pikes scattered in the desert, that I wanted to go and just squash them all in a rage. So we snuck up and killed the 2 lookouts, and then we cruised on down and obliterated the camp in a fabulous fashion. And it was very satisfying.
I don't think we've looted the camp, and I think that we had some discussion about whether they were going to wait for us or not. They decided they would wait for an hour, and then we asked them again, and they're like, well, we're not going to leave right at an hour. So somebody probably should go back and let them know that we're just mopping up now.
That would be smart.
I do feel that it is worth
Renan.
mentioning. Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Sounds like a job for Amon.
That does sound like a job for Amon.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but yeah, send the wraithy teenager. Draco healed a woman that was infected by something.
That's right.
And as he healed her, he inevitably is not the word. Words is going to be hard again today, John. Sorry.
Right, I'm ready. I like words. It's hard.
He swallowed the white flame. It left her and entered him. So he is effectively affected by the flame. We don't really know. And there was a mask situation, and no one's putting on the damn mask. Okay? Face off.
Oh, and we do have 2 sets of the uniforms now.
Yes.
With the masks that we didn't put on because we were all stealthy getting into the camp.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sure I botched describing that, but I think it's important to remember that that is inside of him now.
And that's Tuma, the chef.
Yep.
That's
not
right.
Not a Tuma.
We have Tuma, the chef.
It was a pretty good group recap. I don't think we missed anything. You hit all the salient points. Draco, did receive some kind of transcendent vision, but he has not been comfortable enough to share that with you yet. The other point of order before we start the campaign is inspiration for last session. Who is the recipient for our all cute baby Appa.
Easy, it's always me. I mean, what?
No,
Uh,
Megan killed everyone.
Yeah.
I vote
It
Megan.
was so amazing. The most epic end to the battle.
I vote Appa.
Yeah. My dire wolf. Okay, bud.
Oh, see?
Good job, bud.
That was an agreement. Yeah, definitely Oni. I think.
Does Oni already have inspiration?
No, I used my inspiration. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm
who-
opening up my. I had one already and I used it.
Okay.
Who? Do you have one, Mark? I mean, not Mark?
Puppy.
Hoppy. Hoppy does not have one anymore. He used it.
Yes, honey. Okay, then I say we give it to him because he
No.
killed the scorpion.
No, I didn't. The scorpion died because this dude over here died.
Well, I'm trying to help you out, friend.
I literally hit nothing the whole day yesterday. It was really sad. But didn't you use yours, Ani?
Yeah, I did. I don't have one anymore. I had one.
Oh,
Yeah,
just kidding. Okay, so you still get it. I'm sorry, I confused myself. Again, words and
Yay.
thinking is
So
hard.
inspiration to Oni are so say well.
Okay, it's added to my character sheet.
And I have one exhaustion level because something stupid happened. I couldn't sleep or something.
Yeah.
Oh, because of stupid kids.
Yep.
That's right.
I think it's because you got a critical fail, right? So that was your.
It was a
it was
unfortunate
a-
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
Hey.
I set the
think I
bar
need-
pretty low, but sometimes dice happens.
yeah. I think I needed an 8 to roll a 3, and I got a 1. So
Yeah.
Sometimes dice happens is a really cool tattoo idea. Okay, sorry.
All right. So you guys wanted to clear the camp, assuming that there might be either stragglers hiding in tents too cowardly to come out and face you. There might be goods that could be reappropriated. And Oni was hoping against hope that there might be some survivors still. So you guys tell me, you can see that there are several smaller tents to sort of the south of the map and that one large sort of leadership tent on the mesa there.
First, are we in agreement that we're going to send Amon back to the ship and let them know that it's safe to come closer? That we've
Yes,
obliterated
Amon.
everybody?
Just
Sorry.
any man or
Okay.
Amon?
Okay.
Starting
It's
early.
too early for that shit.
Yep, we're starting
All right.
early.
Okay.
oh, not Renan, Amon.
No,
Yeah, we're
Amon,
gonna send
Renan's
him
gonna
down.
stay here.
It's easier because he's not here to play his character, whereas Renan is
Oh,
here. So
And
sorry.
we might need her to pick locks or steal things.
Sorry,
or-
I got them confused. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
it's gonna
It's
be a
real
different for
early.
everybody. Yep.
Yeah.
So do we split up? You guys want to collectively search each place together? What do you
I'm
want
gonna
to do?
start with the lead tent that the sorcerer guy came out of. This one here.
Let's all stay together.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Where am I?
And
Uh,
we're gonna have Draco make his way over to join us.
Oh, I see me. Oh, and we have Chef with us, right? Come on, Chef.
Bula bula. Oni, as you go to push into the tent, the soft canvas is, supple. It's malleable. It gives to your hand a little bit, but about a quarter of the way into the tent, you hit an abrupt stop, like something is barring your entrance. You peel the tent back, and you can see, through that narrow slit a little ways. There are indeed boxes and things. There's maybe even a person in there because you can see some kind of shadowy movement. But the interior of the tent is pretty dark, and you can't move past this like seeming wall of force. As you touch the canvas, this barrier, this force moving against your palm, is warm.
Can we have Draco do some magic stuff against it and see if he recognizes it?
Yes, we'll roll his Arcana for him.
Woo!
That's really good.
We'll
He's
take it.
quite knowledgeable. AFK Zach is the best.
Yeah.
His estimation is that it is a magical contrivance of some sort. Because of its divine aura, he suspects it might be something like a sanctuary spell. He thinks that if there is a person who is like literally stubborn and brave enough, they could force their way through this, but it would be an act of willpower.
Happy, you're
And
up.
there's a chance
sounds
for
like-
some pain.
Sounds like Hoppy's bag.
Wow. Just get right in there. Get right in there. Half person. Half relevant.
Well, in fairness, I'm also kind of pissed at them because they're trying to kill all the Tataraks. So
That's fair.
Mhm.
Hoppy pushes his way to the center at Oni's suggestion. Same deal as you put your massive hand against the wall. Like there's a warmth to it, but you're less careful than Oni is. And you just kind of like keep pushing, and as you push, it sort of starts to shrink a little bit beneath the massive strength of your hand, and the bubble begins to shimmer silver all around it. You can sort of see this rippling of energy, like it's kind of resisting your efforts to penetrate it. But if it gives, you can break it. That's been your experience about everything. If there's any movement at all, enough force will snap it.
I got you.
Yeah.
If you want to try to force yourself forward through this sanctuary barrier, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh, good job.
Completely emboldened by the tragedy you've witnessed on the dunes, you waste no time, maybe even going horns first, just right through the barrier. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, Oni takes a step back because the bubble is really starting to like attenuate and press in, and then with the sound of shattering glass, silver shards rain down out of the tent everywhere, and the sanctuary spell has been defeated by Mark's stubbornness.
Yeah.
Happy.
Hoppy, like you have very small, like first-degree burns on the palms of your hands and maybe your eyebrows or horns where you were making contact with it. Not enough to take damage, but like you'll want to get that fixed at some point. The spell did burn you a little bit. The canvas flaps are now freely openable and everybody can peer in. This is obviously where the Ajax, the captain of this particular group of people, was making his camp. In one corner, there are 2 small crates that have been nailed shut, and on the left side, on the other side of his bedding and command table, there's a small cage. In the cage are 2 young children.
Ren,
One
pick
of
the
them-
luck.
One of them is a small half lion-headed Tatarak, and the other one is a young girl with like mottled, almost like gray scaly skin.
2 child Tataraks.
The cage is locked. As you look around the room, you notice those 2 crates on the other side of his sleeping area that I talked about, sort of like in this wing down here at the southern side of the tent. But the tent itself is being suspended in midair by a large, maybe 2-foot long silver rod that's just hanging in the air by itself, unattached to anything. It bears the entire weight of the canvas tent.
Sweet. I want that. We didn't bother to check their bodies. We should go look and see if they have a key.
For keys.
Yeah.
I
Well, one of them
assume
turned
Renan
into.
could pick locks.
Well, I can.
Well,
Hell
in
yeah,
case
I
there's if you
Can I
want to pick it,
Can I
we
can I
pick it.
check for? How do I make sure it's not gonna?
Oh, I think just assume it won't.
That
Or we
seems
can
like
look
a
for a
trick.
key.
If you ever want to like play it super cautious, you can roll a perception check. That's you doing your best to sort of look for any obvious signs of traps.
The cook.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
She sees so well. She sees the future.
I like
Time to
it.
put on those shades.
Oh, I get to roll for that, don't I? Do I get a?
Yeah, you're so excited. I want to say yes. I don't know for
Yes.
what, but
Yes.
I'm on board.
Do
My
it.
critical is, even though we're not in combat, I want the benefits of my.
yeah.
my...
Roll that 100. See what happens.
That's my favorite number. If it's something bad, I will stab someone. Not you, honey.
Just like that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, so Don't fuck it up, John.
All right, let's see here. You know how to press the advantage is what you rolled on the weapon attack critical hit table. You gain advantage. I'm gonna say on the next skill check you make in the next hour. Like you're so
that's very
pleased with
beneficial.
yourself on this one. You're gonna sort of carry the momentum of that success forward. Because wow, that was a good day. Like you're certain this isn't trapped. Like not only do you not see any signs, but you sort of get a sense for the kind of overthinking, self-aggrandizing asshole this person was, and like this deep in his own camp, there'd be no need for traps. Like you can't imagine him imagining a world where he's not the supreme commander of all he surveys in his own tent. So you suspect you're probably safe to just pick the lock open if you wanted to.
Okay.
It's unlikely that anything here is trapped.
I roll for that for sure.
Thieves' tools with dexterity if you want.
I don't know what that means. Oh, okay, got it. I got it now. I understand.
I thought you'd get there.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's rolling. She is rolling.
Easily able to undo the lock. The small little lion-headed Tatarak boy is like mewing, like a cat might when it's like either concerned or anxious. It reminds you that he is a child and perhaps some care or thought should be given to make sure he doesn't see what's on the rise behind you. And
yes.
the other girl follows him out of the cage reluctantly, but doesn't let anyone touch her. Like is very, very careful to make sure that no one puts hands on her.
Okay. We're just going to make a note to make sure everyone knows don't touch the little ones. But also tell them you're safe. We're going to take you.
I'll keep them safe. They can play with Grindy.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea.
Until he eats one of them.
I'm gonna check the crates.
Draco makes an observation that the girl with the mottled, scaly skin might not be a Tatarak so much as she is someone who has grayscale, a debilitating disease.
Oh. Can it be cured?
He says in any major city for a very small amount of money. He says that, he's not trained in the healing arts specifically, but if he were to train it, even he could remove this thing. It's probably because her family lived in abject poverty is the only reason she's having to suffer this.
Okay.
Sounds like something we can.
And the Silver Flame didn't even know the difference between like a half snake creature and someone with grayscale.
Got it. So far, Draco, you have had fabulous rolls and you've been very helpful. Thank you.
I am pretty awesome.
You are.
They're very awesome. You've been extremely helpful so far.
Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna check the 2 crates.
Okay. They are not locked, but they are nailed shut. Do you want to just force them open, or would you like to take a more delicate approach and take the time to use tools to pry everything apart?
No,
I'll force them open.
Take off the top.
Okay, make a strength check for me. This is
I'll
less
do
about
the
your
other one.
ability to remove the lid than it is how carefully you can.
Oh,
remove
that
the
was a
lid.
saving throw.
It's okay. We can extrapolate from there. Yeah. Hoppy, you just pop the wooden lid off of this crate effortlessly. Like all 12 nails are still in the lid, not even bent. You literally just pulled all of them straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Thus is your power. Inside, there's an array of like change of clothes, extra barding for his horse that you still haven't found. There's some extra trail rations. There's a couple of flasks of water. This seems to be like your kind of generic supply crate. Oni, you seeing Hoppy's example and being a very competitive person yourself, attempt to do the exact same thing, but you just lack the size leverage that Hoppy has. And so like one of your corners gets stuck, and as it hangs up, you just kind of like punch it loose.
Nice.
But as you punch that last dangling corner loose, you can hear some cracking glass.
Hey.
Which is like, good and bad. Like you look to see if anybody else heard it. You're just kind of like, well, I think we're good.
It's not my stuff.
This is a crate of broken stuff, everybody.
It was broke when I found it.
Inside this crate, there was like a sort of like a nesting area for 4 glass vials. 2 of them are cracked and broken, and the carpeting beneath them is sopping wet. But there are 2 intact glass vials that remain. One of them is milky white, and as you jostle it, it turns completely clear. And the other one is a very familiar shade of light red or dark pink, depending on how you choose to view that color spectrum. Also in here, this seems to be like maybe things they confiscated from the Tatarak and the people from the barge that they kidnapped. You find a beautiful platinum necklace that has 3 red rubies dangling off of it. Very, very deliberately hung from about 2 inches of chain off of the platinum lariat. And as you look at them, as the light hits them, it almost looks like they catch fire for a brief moment. The beads themselves almost like immolate and swirl with fire.
I want that so bad.
And lastly, at the very bottom of the thing, you find a pair of gauntlets that are just rode hard and put away wet, like ancient leather barding with this like just enormously crude steel gauntlets. Makes it look almost like an ancient Roman cestus. Very crude craftsmanship, and they weigh like 5 pounds a piece.
Sounds like I got new gloves.
That's all that's in the crate there.
Can we tell if the gauntlets or the necklace are magical? Do we have
a detect magic, we could absolutely do that.
May I make a suggestion?
Can I use the blue light special as well?
Sure. Let's get to Michelle's suggestion, and then we'll tell you what the blue light sees.
My suggestion is that we loot the whole place, and then we do 1 detect magic, like back on the ship, to see what we have.
Once we're back en route, that sounds good.
Seems good.
I'm good with that.
Fortunately, I've got a crate of that we can fill up with everything. So.
Nice. Is that a subtle jab at Oni?
Hey!
See? I can put the lid back on.
Is there, since we can't touch the child with grayscale, can we create like a sled that Hoppy can pull so that we can move quickly with them and not have to worry about touching them?
Yeah, that's probably doable. Or even just, you want to avoid direct skin-to-skin contact, I think would be Draco's like medicine check, is just that it is like a dermatitis kind of contact thing. So as long as there's not direct skin-to-skin, you could even put her like in a Hoppy backpack.
Nice.
Yoda you okay, Zeke? You okay, bud?
Hoppy, with your blue light special, nothing in the tent particularly stands out. You liked it better when it found a ton of stuff, and you start to wonder whether or not it's broken. On your way out of the tent, though, disheartened that it found nothing, it sees something beneath the tattered robes of the 2 guys that died here and the silver skeletal remains. There's a small, what do they call it? Material components pouch. It's like a fanny pack, a belt that has a large pouch on it that wizards and conjurers use to hold the material components for their spells, is still intact and just laying neatly in the sand beneath some of the robes and collapsed silver skeleton. And the blue light special passes over and it illuminates softly blue.
Okay. I'll grab it and put it in the cargo crate.
Okay. Unfortunately, when you touch it, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Zoom, zoom, rocket ship.
Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys.
You're good.
Mark, as you touch it, there's this terrible shooting pain that runs all the way up your right arm, all the way to your shoulder. The veins in your arm turn black, and you feel like this deep sense of enervating pain. Remember that the blue light special detects traps, so you detected a trap and then touched it.
It's okay, we got you.
You take 19 points of necrotic energy.
Ugh.
Oh
And-
God!
People look on in horror as your right arm that you touched the satchel with is now about half the size of your left arm.
Oh.
It's withered and almost husk-like. It's lost a lot of its musculature and is, like almost just taut skin around bone now.
Tuma, bring the soup. Tuma, bring the soup.
Okay. That was dumb. Oh well.
It's okay. You're real cute, Hoppy. We'll
Mhm,
keep you.
mhm.
But now you have I have a special arm.
It's my strong hand.
This is my strong arm.
Yes.
no.
All right, but you do have the material components pouch in your possession now, and whatever ward was on it seems to have been consumed in that attack. Like, it was presumably
Cool.
some kind of magic word. Maybe you had to say to not be innervated to death, but
Holy hell, Hoppy. What's
Yeah.
that?
you hoppied it.
Ugh.
For the sake of just making sure we've covered all our bases, anything that does not fit into Hoppy's giant crate can go into the bag of holding for detect magic later. I'm very careful when I place the vials into it.
I appreciate your care. You have found everything like of substantive value here. If we wanted to be like true murder hobos, you could break down the canvas tents. You can take everybody's basic traveling gear. There are
I
one
want
gold
to know more.
backpacks.
I want to know more about this guy's tent, the one that's held up by the small stick.
Yeah, going back into the tent, it's staked down in all four corners. The canvas tent itself appears like every canvas tent you've ever been in. The tie downs are normal. The only difference is instead of there being any kind of ridge line or anything like that, the tent's entire superstructure is supported by an 18-inch to 24-inch highly polished stainless steel rod that's just floating aloft, holding the weight of the tent. Everything else is like just draped off of that.
Is everything out of the tent that we care about now?
Hoppy wants a magic stick.
Yeah,
I want
I mean,
a magic.
we got the crate and stuff out. There's just like his bedding, which I don't think you
No
care about.
people are in here.
Nope,
I'm
you got the
gonna
kids
take-
out.
I'm gonna take the stick. Touch it, see what happens.
Your strong hand?
Yeah.
Your strong arm. You jump up and touch it, like grabbing at it with your good arm, and you grasp it, and it bears your weight. You're just hanging in space, a foot off the ground from this very small chin-up bar,
Mhm.
which you can confirm now is attached to nothing. It's just freely floating in space.
Hut of Brown, now sit down.
I mean, like, doing your best to like jerk and tug and pull, like it doesn't even budge. Like there's no wiggle, there's no minor adjustment, there's nothing at all to suggest that there's any force on Earth that could move that.
Y'all, we need this.
Well,
As
go
he's
ahead
hanging
and try
there.
and
Only
take
need the new
it.
tent.
I live here now.
I'm gonna grab his feet and try to give him a tug to pull him down.
Yeah, the two of you working in concert can't even get like
Yeah.
a shimmy. It doesn't even budge. Like you can feel the ligaments in his hips start to give before that.
Draco,
you
what is this sorcery?
Is
think
there a
you're
way
more
I can?
likely to tear him in half than budge that stick.
Are we able to dispel magic? Make him just poof.
Boom.
That'd be amazing.
This is a rare piece of magic. If anyone trained in Arcana can make that check, but it will be at disadvantage.
All right, let me see. I think I got that.
Right here.
Disadvantage.
Hi, Yoda.
Oh, poop.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. No clue.
It will require more study. Hoppy, since you're the closest, why don't you make a perception check for me? You've had some time now to just sort of like take this in.
Now,
It defies all logic and convention. It is just a 20-inch long, highly polished silver staff with no markings on it at all. As you sit there, though, you notice that the end farthest from your left hand, so what would be like at the opposite on the right side of the stick, the butt end of the stick terminates in like a very small, rounded, almost button. Like there's a small deviation in the staff. The only thing that looks like a minor imperfection.
it looks like a button. I press it.
As you press it, you immediately collapse face first into the sand, holding the silver stick.
Roll for damage.
No more
just-
damage, Hoppy.
Oof! You hit the wind knocks out of you, but you're still so happy because you're holding the stick. You
I
wave it
got
around
a stick.
freely now. In your hand, it weighs less than a pound.
Wait, can you push it again to see what happens?
Am I also now covered in canvas?
Yeah, the whole tent, everything in it is collapsed down. You and Oni are like, kids in a
Oh.
sheet, just trying to figure out your way out.
It's just a magic stick. I was hoping it was a magic tent.
No.
Oh
It's
well,
a magic stick.
put it in my box.
In the box.
All right, as we come out, I'm gonna check this body as we make our way down to check the other tents in the camp.
I'll check
Um,
this puddle of a body.
That definitely was an intense encounter, gotta
We've
say.
found nice. We found everything here of value. The only other person that was probably worth checking out is this guy here. Aside from
Okay.
all of the other junk that I said you could salvage if we wanted the full murder hobo experience, this person has that large greatsword he was using that's still intact. His chainmail armor has been completely sundered, mostly by you. His armor is no longer of any use to anyone without significant repairs. But he does have a heavy crossbow and that greatsword. If anybody wanted access to just a different weapon type, they're not remarkable. They're not of high quality, but they are still, field tested, serviceable weapons. If someone wanted a greatsword or a
Or-
heavy crossbow,
Are we? Would it be worth taking it to detect magic? Because
Or
I don't
to
need
sell
it.
later. I mean, we need money just to
I mean,
refill our
Swords aren't-
coffers.
probably take those two weapons. I'm sure that they're higher quality than the other people's,
Yeah, let's
And-
take them to sell them.
and we don't need to review the other tents. There's nothing in them.
I shortcutted it for you a little bit rather than having to roleplay each one.
Just
Okay.
making sure.
Just general sundry items, probably 3 to 5 gold total worth of stuff if you guys really wanted to pilfer everything.
And no more
Mm-mm.
people. We didn't find any other survivors
No other Silver Covenant members.
Okay.
or prisoners.
I say we start heading back.
Yep.
Get these kids, out of this.
Don't touch the grayscale.
To the boat. Oh, do we have like a sled or something to make moving them fast?
Just grab the canvas from the tent, wrap her up, and use her like a sack. Hold her like-
Nice.
Internet, if anyone's watching, I'm just kidding. Don't do that to children. Okay.
Beat them with the stick in the back.
I like it. I like it.
I'll use my new magic stick.
Okay. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just gonna say we'll make a sled out of the remains of the tent. Just drag them with it.
Okay. We get back to the ship then. You get the absolutely expected tapping of the wristwatch like Numos is. We were just about to leave. You guys really pushing your luck. This train's leaving the station. All the normal jargon, but you get the sense he wasn't going to abandon you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since Oman was there to keep him in check.
Keep him in check. He asks if we are acquiring even more crew and or passengers. He says, trying to eye what Hoppy has wrapped up in that canvas.
Just two
Cargo.
little ones. They'll barely take up any space. Do any of the survivors recognize the children?
Yes.
Excellent.
The lion boy's mother is human and not Tatarak, but they embrace. And she asks if there's any sign of his father, her husband.
Nice,
Wasn't
maybe.
anyone else alive in the camp when we left it? Is the most delicate way that I can say that.
She just, weeps into the boy that she's holding. And they're just obviously going to have to go through some grieving. No one immediately recognizes the young girl with grayscale.
No
So
one
either
should claim that.
the person responsible for her died in the crash, or this was their opportunity to be like, yeah, I'm done, free and clear of that chick.
And just by happenstance, there isn't anybody on the ship that has a cure for grayscale. We'll have to wait till we get to the city.
Yeah, Draco's estimation is that it would require someone whose like training in magic has been very finely focused in healing. It's not a powerful spell, but it just requires that focus of training that he doesn't have.
A
It would be
little
very
more than what I
specific
got.
for a shaman or a priest.
Okay.
Someone at his skill level, but just way more focused. Instead of like all of the natural worlds, very specifically just healing.
All right. Are we going to get the boat on track and then start our investigation into the loots that we got and see how we want to divvy it up?
That works for me. Does Draco have detect magic?
I do think I don't have it up. I don't think. No, I don't have that one studied.
But I'm sure. How many more days of travel do we have? We can do a
So
long rest and prep the
we've
new
got-
spell.
We've got 2 days of travel. I don't know if identify and detect our magic are in your spell lists, but if they are, you may want to consider preparing them. If not, we can wait until we hit Beiju.
Like okay, this is a out of world thing. I don't have any of those studied on here, like on my list.
Mhm.
I know I have the ability to, but I don't have that in my thing, so I don't know
You
how we
actually
do that.
identify is not on the druid spell list ever, so you can't have that one.
Okay.
Detect magic is one you can prepare. So the way druid spellcasting works is you're what's called a prepared caster. You essentially, like in quotes, know every spell in the book, but
Gotcha.
you can prepare to cast a few small number of them. Like most people will create like a list of spells that they prepare every day,
Right.
and unless something changes, unless you know something's coming up tomorrow, we'll usually run like the same suite of spells. But strictly speaking, every morning you could prepare a completely different list of spells from the druid spells known list.
Okay. Good to
You
know.
know all the druid spells.
Because I'm pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow morning you could wake up and prepare detect magic, and we can at least figure out what is and isn't magical. To identify them, we'll have to wait and either see if there's somebody on the boat who can do that, or we'll have to wait until we can pay someone in Beiju to do that.
Okay.
So
Thank
can
you.
we reset to long rest?
Yep.
Status.
Back on the boat, we will long rest this motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
Mark, when you long rest, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. Don't miss. Job.
Okay, no worries. You go to sleep, just not only more exhausted than anybody else on the crew, but also missing like half of your good arm. Waking up the next morning, the arm has fully restored itself.
Nice.
That intervening necrotic magic has flushed through your system, either because it was weak or because you're strong, or a combination of both. But it does not persist. In the morning,
I defeated it.
in the morning.
Yes, you did. You did great, Hoppy.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. Sun rises. We are now 1 day away from Beiju.
I wonder
day
what
is
happens if I press the button on the stick while we're moving.
No, don't do that, please.
Oh, I think you should definitely do
No,
that
no. No.
in front of your chest.
Oh, now my arm's not hurt. What else am I gonna do?
If Draco has prepared detect magic, I can tell you that the rod is magical.
But you didn't know that.
necklace is magical.
Wait, what is sorry, say that again, John. Sorry.
That again, John.
The tent
No.
rod. The tent rod is
The
magical.
rod is magical, but then
The
you
rod.
said something else is
Necklace.
magical.
The necklace with the 3
Yes.
rubies that
Yes.
sort of flare with
Yes.
fire, those are magical.
Mhm. Yes.
Point of note that Draco, because he's kind of like a thorough, intelligent, thoughtful person, tells you that the rubies themselves are magical. The lariat that they are attached to is not.
I hear flared
Mhm.
with fire and think of Draco.
Both of the 2 recovered glass potion bottles are magical,
Okay.
and the shit kicker gauntlets, for whatever reason, emanate a magical aura as well, despite their very shoddy condition. And then Draco does a double take because something in the spell component pouch is magical. And as he tells you that, everybody rolls their eyes like, well, yeah, it's a spell component pouch.
No, it's
Duh.
a little different.
But yeah, Draco has to tell you, like, the components used to cast a spell are not of themselves innately magical. They're mostly mundane items that help him, focus or enhance a spell, allowing it to be cast. But there's something in the spell component pouch that he can see glowing, like, faintly blue through the pouch's fabric that
Don't
is
touch it.
itself magical.
Don't touch it. It was blue and then it exploded on me and no,
Oh,
don't touch it, Draco.
Yeah, a bag eats your arm.
what else?
Bag of
What
arm
else
eating.
is in there?
I think we need,
I'll open it. I'll look through it.
Hoppy, as you
Is it
open it up,
this?
like wincing, preparing for the worst, nothing happens. You open the flap, and inside you see a bunch of dried herbs, some low-quality gemstones, a rock, a bit of copper wire, a chunky, unpolished, almost worthless small diamond fragment, a bit of flint, a blue marble, a small tin, like, dining fork, and it looks like an acorn, but it's like, instead of it being hard shelled, its exterior is soft and almost feels like the petal of a flower.
The fork is definitely the magical item. I'm gonna hold up the fork and ask him if this is the magical item.
Draco,
No.
it's not, but you're free to tell him that it is.
This is
I
the magical
appreciate
fork
that.
of eating.
It makes me stronger.
Mm-hmm.
It only works though if you eat it for or use it for breakfast. It's a very magical
For the
breakfast for the day.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
I like this.
Okay,
Is
The
there,
right fork of the son of a-
magical fork.
seeing that he has touched all of the objects and that the fork is not the thing, I just sort of like pat him lovingly, not with too much
You can have the rest
sarcasm.
of the crap.
Yeah, and I go, thank you. And I pull out the acorn very gently and I'm like, is this it?
Once it's out of the bag, Michelle, in your hand, the acorn starts to peel, and like flower petals curl downwards out of it, and a small rose begins to grow up out of the petal and catches fire, and it's just in your hand, this giant 8-inch burning rose.
I'll take that.
He's like
And I
tucking it in
think
his
I was
pocket and
supposed
keeping
to
it for later.
Take this out of the pouch. What do I do with this? I don't like it. Can I put it back in? I'm gonna try to put it back in.
If you close your hand a little bit and sort of put it back in the thing, the rose slowly closes up and retracts back into the seed pod, and the seed rolls up, becoming just that acorn again.
Interesting. Draco,
I
what is
want
it?
this. What is it? I want it. Watch this. Ooh. This is my magic trick. I have no magic, so I'm keeping it.
Well, now you do, apparently.
Yes, I do.
Conjure flame rose.
I need this in real life. I'm imagining it every time I open my hands. But what is this thing?
You
We'll
won't
need
let me
someone
check
to
it out.
identify it.
You took it away before I could even look at it. Miss Yoink over here.
Hey, well, you can't touch it. You can look at it. Here.
Yoink.
What is it?
Actually, that's your new nickname, Miss Yoink over here. It's like,
I could say a lot of
Klepto.
things about that. That would make it very true, but I won't. Miss Yoink, not so wrong. Okay. All right.
yeah.
What is this thing?
Draco just takes it back and says, "Mine."
No.
Fire. I can give you one of these, a little fireball.
No one seems to know. Renan is the honest answer. Even Draco, who has an affinity for fire, does not immediately recognize this.
Okay.
We can ask around on the ship with any of the survivors if anybody is like a second level wizard or trained with the ability to cast that ritual, or we're just waiting.
We need someone with an identify spell. So
Correct.
we need to keep all this stuff, and then maybe when we get to the big city, here's my fear. of doing that here is that maybe the rubies belong to someone on this ship. I don't want to give them to them. They're ours. We took them back.
I stole
So
it fair and square.
yeah, yoink.
Just yoink. I'm saying.
Yoink.
So let's just like
Yoink the
quietly
clown over here.
put everything away. I do take it. I do take issue with the clown part. Okay, and then see if we can pay someone to identify when we get to the city we're going to.
I'm okay
Can
with
Can I
that.
can I check out the gloves? See if they do anything when I put them on.
May I suggest, Hoppy? I love your enthusiasm for absolutely everything that we find. It is brilliant. But we need, because I'm trying to save my sister. So can we just get to the town and find out what the things are, and then you can
We've got
touch
another
all the
day.
magical things. No,
He has another
We're
day to heal.
Stuck on the
Fine.
boat.
I know, but I'm so afraid something is gonna like break your leg or something.
What
Like,
if they're-
let's
what if
just.
they're gloves of ship destroying, and you put them on and you destroy the ship, and we gotta walk through the last 100 miles of desert?
Do it.
That's what they are
Wow.
now.
Do it.
I like the contemplation. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
You rolled a dice over there, John. What's happening
did.
with that?
I just
I'm
like rolling
afraid.
dice.
No, you don't.
You know me. Hoppy, your actions are always your own, despite what other
Mhm.
people will do. If you want to put them on, you can. The ship is rolling onward. Draco, I don't think you've got a chance to roll yet. Can you roll a 20-sided die for me?
I promise you can play with all the toys, Hoppy, when we get on not the middle of the desert.
All right. As we travel the last day, this close to Beiju, maybe like everything is.
Anxious.
You're entering like more civilized territory. Finally, you're sort of out of the wastes. Nothing comes this close to the metropolitan city that is Beiju. Your traveling will be without hiccup. You're going to make it all the way to Beiju today, arriving sometime in the late afternoon. We have all that time to ourselves, so Hoppy, if you want to put the gloves on, you can. If you've decided on Renan's advice that it might not behoove you because they could be gloves of permanent anchoring.
But then, she behooved you, talking about your hooves. I mean,
She did behoove me, but I'm already hooped, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check it out.
course.
The gauntlets are initially like, at first blush, just way too small for your hands, right? You hold them up and they're intended for like a man's hands, but a man, not a half minotaur.
animal.
And like, just you do that thing like, well, maybe I could just put 2 fingers in, like, and maybe I could get like the thumb and my index finger in and still use them. As you're trying to finagle that, the glove just doubles in size to perfectly accommodate your large minotaur hand. Every aspect of the glove has increased in size and shape to contour your hands perfectly.
Excellent.
You slide them on, and there's like a huge iron band at their wrist that cinches around your arm, at your forearm, very, very tightly. And you look quickly, and unlike most gloves, you don't see a way to undo it.
Oh dear.
Hey, Hoppy, your girl, she tried to warn you. Maybe we wait to identify things before we attach them to our personage.
This is why we can't put on the mask.
Yeah.
Exactly. I may be real steely, but like, dear God.
You were just trying to steal these from me.
No, I would never. Not you.
Hoppy, because you have technically begun the attunement process, I'm gonna give you this, and I think this will only show it to you, but if everybody sees it, it's not the end of the world. Did the thing just pop up for you, Mark?
I'm just playing my game.
What did you say?
Hi, cute baby. Oh my God, he is so cute.
Mhm.
His little voice.
Okay. Those are definitely.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to using those.
Okay.
Okay, so do I have that acorn, or did she still have it?
I
To
think
my
what-
knowledge, go ahead, Michelle.
Oh, I think we just put everything into the bag of holding, but it's not anyone's. And if it's got a flame, it's gonna go to you.
Let me check that out real quick, if you don't mind. Yoink. So I want to cast Speak with Plants on it with the flame open.
Oh, Trixie.
It does the same animated dance where it grows out of the seedling into this beautiful, like 8-inch flaming rose, wreathed in fire. The air from the movement of the ship sort of causes it to waft a little bit, like small embery particulate wafts off of it. Everybody still looks in amazement. It's just a fun thing to
It's
see.
freaking awesome. It's awesome. It really is.
Draco's eyes suddenly flash bright red, and he starts whispering in this very soft, almost inaudible tone. And every time he enunciates, the flick of his tongue actually lights like a match, creating this flame in his mouth. And the rose begins to twist and contort, and at one point just like turns its open petaled face right to him. And it for a brief moment, it looks like he's talking to the plant, and it looks like it's talking back.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
As quickly as that happened, it ends. His match-flicking tongue recoils back into his mouth. His eyes become their normal color. The flame recedes into the pod, and
Now who's the clown? Fire clown.
Fire clown. Do you want the results of this private, Zach, or do you want me to share this with everybody?
I'll do private first, and I'll say what I
think that if I do it this way, that should just go to you.
Ooh, that's so freaking cool.
John, what do I need? How will I know when? Do I innately know what these things are doing, or is it?
Yeah, so the attunement process like revealed to you what its capabilities are, so you know all that sheet tells you.
Okay.
Okay, so I go ahead and let everyone know. Am I able to share it so that way people can see it, or?
There, now everybody should see it.
There you go.
Ooh, she's pretty.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted it. I might steal it from you.
So it's such a rare magical flower that is why I didn't know. But now I don't understand why I wouldn't know something so awesome like this.
Fire-based spell. Fire clown.
That's your fire clown voice?
Mm-hmm. I am a teenager, and I am a brat in real life. So play to your strengths.
Yep.
Play to your strengths.
There you go.
I'm not sharing mine. They were making fun of my shipbreaker gloves, so I'm not going to show them.
I love that we're hearing your internal dialogue outside of your
I
brain
imagine
hole.
that's how
Good
Hoppy
job,
would
Hoppy.
do it. Uh-huh.
Somewhere around level 8 left, let him know he doesn't have interior monologue. It's just all external.
We can hear you thinking.
How do you know that? I was thinking that. Oh, buddy. For years now. All right.
Cool. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, some cool things have been discovered on our way to Beiju. Just after noon, Iria draws your attention to something that you should all see. Cresting up just over the horizon, you can see what looks like this giant, miles-wide mountain range. But she just tells you, behold the palisades of Beiju. You have arrived at the great old city. Possibly the first city on Geb.
See,
who would have thought we would actually survived it?
Oh.
Okay. Yay, we made it.
Yay,
Please find my
we
sister.
did it. All right, we need to make sure that we get the little girl to a healer, and we need to go identify our magic stuff.
Order of operations?
And I forgot who we were
Get her to
supposed
the
meet
healer.
once we got here, aside from signing up for the competition.
Yeah, I definitely think that we should heal the grayscale girl because we're not fucking monsters.
Monsters.
Well,
Okay.
Hoppy.
Um, so I guess first order of business, are we just parting ways with Captain Numaz and Iria and letting them do what ship captains do? Is there any other farewells or exchange of goods and services you want to do here?
I think we just say it's been an absolute pleasure. We will help you across this desert anytime. Find
Hey,
us
hey,
if you
hey.
ever have.
Hey,
We weren't
don't be
gonna
just offering any and
negotiate
everything.
payment, right? Because we provided them
We're
security.
not paying for it.
No, for
Yeah, I
them
think
to pay us
right.
for
Like,
services
hey,
rendered.
remember that gold we gave you to take this passage? We could have let you die.
Mm-hmm.
Hook us up.
Uh,
Let's pretend like someone knows how to talk real good, though. Who's proficient in that?
Yeah.
Who's...
The irony is, I think that's you.
Oh God,
That's what I'm thinking too. Oy.
I don't think. Well,
What's Amon looking like on that stuff?
no, I don't have performance or persuasion, so I think it's Ani, right?
I have intimidation.
I have
No, that's a-
performance as a 3, but we could also look at Amon's sheet. Oh, an
Everybody
8
has
is
Oh.
gonna
access
do it.
to it. Persuasion would be what the skill I was looking
Yeah,
for.
I
here
don't
to
have
try
that.
to like
No, I only have a 1.
convince him that you were actually way more valuable. You were more like a member of the team than a passenger.
Is Amon proficient in
Persuasion.
persuasion? Who's
I
Zach?
don't
Are you
think anybody
proficient?
is.
Nope. I had
Why?
a 0.
How are we so bad at this?
'Cause
Okay.
brute force. I usually just fight whenever I need to.
Okay, hold on. I'm not.
We're not a persuasive bunch.
Hey, you know what? I just tried it. I feel like I'm cute. Does my cuteness count?
Yeah.
I'm having a cute day. Together with Fire Clown, you guys working in concert.
I love Fire Clown.
Fire
You-
Clown and Missy Link.
You make the pitch as people are disembarking, you're helping them disembark, helping them get cargo out of the hold, reminding them to check the sled that you made for any additional goods that they may have had to leave behind on the tow sled. Basically just subtly inferring like the only reason all these people survived and made it this far is because of your involvement. Ultimately the captain picks up what you're putting down, but sorry, the dog's barking. I think we're good. Ultimately picks up what you're putting down, agrees that you did make it this far only because of your persistence, your help, your indomitable will, but tells you that unfortunately this money is already spoken for. Like the money that he got from these passengers is already basically required for a debt that he can't not pay, but he does appreciate your help and assistance and doesn't want to burn a bridge. So he tells you that instead he can write you a voucher that would allow you free passage on any of the barges that he commands, whether it's the Echo or one of the other ships. So he can give you 5 vouchers
Nope.
for.
We need
travel.
6. We're bringing someone with us, so it's a good deal as long as you throw in another voucher.
He agrees and gives you 6 sand barge vouchers.
Nice.
Thanks. It's the winking that does it.
It is.
That's
yeah.
what gets us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm actually really bad at winking. I have to make that face when I do it because if I try to do it the other way, it's just blinking.
No, I barely noticed.
Mm. You're such a pal.
All right. So that's done. The healing pools of Isis is well renowned in Beiju as being like they are the circle of healers that everyone on Geb comes to learn from. If anyone was going to be able to easily cure the girl, it would be them. Their services tend to be expensive. If you want to shop around for like a bargain basement healer, you're free to do that. But like if you want to take her to like, the preeminent hospital in the city, that's where you would go.
How
Okay,
much
here's
is
the deal.
expensive?
We have 200 gold.
Have we talked
So-
to her, like, at all?
Nope.
Because do we know if she has any family here?
Go ahead, Hoppy.
No. Let's not let that happen.
What's her
I'll-
name?
We could do the magical item identification while Hoppy talks to the girl.
We're gonna have Hoppy do our communication. Oh.
Yep.
Why don't you guys do your identifying here? No, but I have the sack.
He
so.
is simple, and she didn't
Childlike,
seem
you might
to
say.
be. She didn't seem to
Okay.
be offended by him pulling her, and I'm assuming that he's been entertaining the kids with Andy Griffin on the boat.
Okay, Hoppy, do it. Do all your talk, pretty
I think so.
talks, okay? And we'll go.
Technically,
Let's.
I do have a 10 charisma. I mean, I'm not
There you
bad at
go.
talking. It's just that I'm not very smart.
I'll stay with him to watch to make sure everything goes okay.
Okay, Zach, do you want? I'm sorry, Draco. Do you want to come with me to see if we can't identify all these things?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Can we trade the weapons that we found for an identify situation?
Ooh, an identify situation. I like that. First, the little girl will tell you that her name is Esther.
Okay.
Ooh, I love
Hey,
that
Esther.
name.
Poor kid.
I love that name.
And she goes on to tell you her story, but we're gonna hard cut back to that in a minute. You find like a let me jump to the same page as you. This is like the center of town. This is where the Beiju Exchange is.
I do give
And-
them my cargo crate to take with them, so anything they need.
Sure.
They have.
That tends to be sort of like the hub of commerce in most cities, and that is true here as well. You can find an arcanist. This is a person who specializes in divination and identification, and he's happy to identify. He says normally his identifications go for 50 gold an item, or he does lot identifications for 100 gold.
How much magical stuff do we get?
At
Well-
least
well-
the necklace.
We're not getting rid of the necklace. Oh wait, I'm
No,
sorry.
we
to
need to
We're
have it
identifying.
identified. Yeah.
Ay, 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 ay.
And there was
Um,
something magical in the crate that Hoppy took, right?
Well, we have the 2 vials. So we have
Mhm.
2 vials. We have the necklace.
Necklace.
I have
The
the
go-
sparkly sand vial that I found on the wrecked ship.
Okay.
Okay, so we
gotta
have 3
that.
vials.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need the gauntlets identified because Hoppy just put them on. We don't need
do we
the.
want them
They do $50.
No.
Well, I
don't-
think either way we've got more than 2 items, so we may as well
Yeah,
just
we-
do the lot. price.
And we have 2 weapons to sell. We should have gone to get these appraised first and been like, even exchange weapons for identify.
He finds the suggestion of him purchasing weapons from you to be like abhorrent. This is a very upscale
It's a
gentleman who
magic.
deals only in the finest of arcane arts. Like a crude greatsword laid on his counter is like, you're scratching things, please remove this. He doesn't deal in junk. There are junk vendors all over the town.
Okay, say sorry. We're poor. We'll give him 100 gold for the identifying.
We're poor. Here's 100 gold.
Yeah.
We're poor. Here's more than a yearly salary.
He doesn't know.
I will just start linking things.
Okay, that seems right.
Everybody see that?
Yes, we do.
I don't see
Okay.
that.
Everybody see that?
Yes.
Yep.
So there's 3 vials.
I love how it comes at a cost. I want
And
that
then-
necklace. That's a
Yeah.
freaking awesome necklace.
Dude, you
I
made
get
out.
Fireball finally.
You made
He
out
doesn't.
well with
He
fire
doesn't get to
and
get
the
all of
fiery
the things.
All the
I hate you,
awesomes.
John. I'm so mad right now.
How is your cloak treating you? I haven't gotten any items yet.
I had to barter for that. I had to barter for that. Okay, cool. We see all the things.
The last item, the thing that Hoppy found in like that smuggler's thing on the other
Mhm.
ship, the guy does not need to cast Identify on it, and asks if the residuum is something you wanted to sell to him or something that you wanted him to try to find you a buyer for.
What does that mean? Well, I'm not there, so
The assumption is like you are aware of what you have. Draco might know. Actually, you're trained in Arcana, right? Proficient.
Yep. Yep.
Residuum is like the material essence of Heka. It is magic coalesced into a refined physical state. It's powerful because it's needed for the construction of any modern magic item. Anything that's made now by the hands of men has to, like, that initial magic is not something that humans can create. It comes from diluted and destroyed objects that the gods created years and years and years ago. This is pretty rare. It's useful in a couple of ways: creating magic items, participating in magic spells and rituals, or it can act as replacement material components for even very expensive spell components. It's consumed in that process, but it's kind of like, it's like omniflux. It's good for everything magical.
Honestly, I say we try to sell it, guys. That, and
Yeah.
I offer up selling my rose, my flame rose.
What?
You don't want that?
No,
It's
you need
awesome.
that.
It's just a +1, which is awesome. But I think it would be a good.
Zach, you're hurting my heart right now.
Or should we sell the necklace of fireballs? I
I
kind of want that one
would
though.
think we keep both because both of them are consumable, right? So it's not like a
Yeah.
permanent item that you'll get to keep.
Exactly, which is why I'm saying, we go and sell it, and then we can actually use that money for something else here. We're at a hoity-toity place. We can make some good money.
Well, let's see what everything is that we have before we start deciding to sell things.
Let's hold on to it for
Okay.
now. I'd rather you keep it than, unless we find something that's like, oh, that's way better. I think the immovable rod should just be stored in the. That could be really helpful. Just store that in the bag of holding.
My
Hand
pocket.
bent.
That's mine.
Well-
I
Yep,
found the button.
but-
I get to keep it.
How you don't need to carry it. It's not like a weapon, so let her store it.
That's what you think.
It's always a weapon. Everything. Can be a weapon.
Everything.
You got your gauntlets. I'm guessing that means that you need to be attacking with hands. And then, who do we want the invisibility and the potion of healing to go to?
The potion of healing.
100.
We should definitely sell the potion of healing.
So that we
No,
don't.
absolutely.
Look at the last line.
What's the cost?
Yeah, you don't sell something that could potentially hurt someone. That's some shady shit.
You know what he's buying.
Okay.
Obviously, somebody's never bought something from Amazon.
You make a good point.
Poppy got political.
Okay.
And I think the invisibility would be better suited either to Amon for scouting or to Renan for hiding and
No,
procuring
but
things.
she's a master, sly,
She's
thief
already
anyway.
invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
we only see her half the time. It's pretty awesome.
Should we
Do
give
you
that
think
to
you only
Amon
see me
then?
when I want you to see me?
How
How about for
Okay,
now, because I want that, we keep it in the handbag of holding, and Amon
okay
and
with
I
that.
can discuss when he is back.
That sounds good.
The potion of healing. We need HP. I am a daredevil. I like to keep the
Amon's
things.
always dying.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Probably something terrible. But let's let the dice decide.
Okay.
Certainly
The
not just
necklace
sticking-
is fireballs. I feel like I like the necklace and the immovable rod. I don't think we need to sell any of them. However, we do need gold. So if Zach wants to sell the necklace, it's obviously meant for him. I say your decision, bud.
I think the necklace is more valuable to us than the +1
Flower.
level flower. Yeah.
I do too.
But
I'll
could
take
we,
I'll take it back to everybody,
could we
and
combine
we'll talk about it
that
later.
to something else later? Like sure, by
let's-
itself if it's a magical component.
We
By
are
itself, it
not
might
getting
not
rid
be
of the
much,
flower.
but- All right, we're not getting rid of the
We're keeping the flower.
Wewe're not
Bare
selling
minimum,
anything.
Ren
in
just
this
wants it as like a cool goth girl trinket. Like,
I love it so much that I'm like, I want to be able to look at it at any time that I'm feeling sad. And so for my sanity's sake, we're not getting rid of that. But again, I would sell the immovable rod and I would sell the necklace, but group decision here. And Hoppy is very in love with his metal rod, so he gets to keep it.
Did he identify the fork?
Suggests that we pair the necklace of fireballs with a slingshot to make a rocket launcher.
Yes.
Ooh.
Too soon, Meg.
It's in
like it.
chat. It's in chat. That's why I shared it.
I like
Who
it.
said it?
Zell,
Who said it?
completely unrelated, is saying that we bring a
Oh.
slingshot. Zell,
So
you don't. That was
it's-
just so perfect.
It's fine. We'll give him the pass because he didn't know the history there. But remind me, Zell, and I'll tell you about our slingshot drama.
No. It's too soon. I'm still pissed. Okay,
Oh, it's
sorry.
so
Now
good.
that I'm seeing flames,
So good.
wasn't there a third potion? Wasn't there a sands?
That's the
Potion?
residuum.
That's the residuum.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
And that we should maybe sell, right? It's good money, really good money.
I'm not
Unless
gonna
we can
lie.
use it to get a magic item.
Yeah.
I guess we could trade it for a used magical item that would be.
We could
More
hold
valuable.
on to these items as potential trade instead of selling for when we get to vendors that might have gear or supplies that we need.
We're really
need
bad
money?
at this, guys.
Let's
We're really bad
we're
at deciding
a
what
magic
to do.
identification place. Let's go to an alchemy place where these might be, or like other magic supplies place.
He tells you that he mostly deals in, high-end merchandise or people who are seeking his divination or identification services. Your negotiation huddle can happen somewhere not in his shop,
Right.
but he does advise you that if you're looking to barter, the Jade Sisterhood apothecary across the street loves to barter.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe Amon will
Thank
find a new
you.
girlfriend. All right, are we going to Esther's story now
Yes.
as we make our way to the apothecary,
As you're making your way across the street,
making our way downtown?
Oh my god, I was just gonna sing it. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Okay, sorry, I had to.
is your pace fast?
Are you
Who
homebound?
knows?
No, we're in Beijing.
Homebound.
This isn't home.
All right. The young girl tells you a very tragic story about
Zeke.
reading between the lines here, what seems like child abandonment. She was basically sent
Oh.
on this journey with a custodian, and she was supposed to go live with cousins she's never met. And the custodian is unfortunately one of the 4 people that died when the sandworm attack happened.
Hmm.
So she's already sort of traumatized by the fact that this only person who she's never met who was supposed to be acting as her custodian is dead. She's been grappling with the fact that she thinks because she was so irreparably ill, her parents basically just sent her somewhere to die, maybe alone, or she's never met any cousins, and she, as far as she knows, has no extended family.
So she doesn't know where she was bound for.
Does
No.
My Little Underground reach Beiju, or is that really just in
Does
Noonrest
not.
and the
Like,
area
You're
around it?
pretty regionally around, like somewhere between Heliopolis and Noonrest.
You're
Alright.
big fish in a small pond there. Now
Yeah.
you're a small fish in a large pond. The ocean.
Well, let's get her healed, and she can hang with
Let's
us
get her-
for a bit until we figure
Okay.
out.
We can
Small
put her back
problem.
fully.
Small problem. We have 101 gold.
I have 400 some odd gold, so let's
I
find
have
out how much it
287.
costs to heal
How do you
her.
have so much gold?
Because I haven't bought much.
Yeah, me neither.
I haven't come
And-
across any super cool like equipment or anything.
Good
that
thing
would be
you're my
good for me.
sister, because I would steal that shit from you.
I know you would.
You have 400 gold. I'd check again.
I also make sure that I have enough gold to buy stuff for
God.
you, or like to pay people off if you get caught. Big sister is trying to make sure
I've-
I can make that work.
It's important to have
I've
that bail
never
upfront.
been caught. Okay, so
While you're talking, there's a procession of 2 priestesses being flanked by, or excuse me, other way around, like a guard of the Church of the Isis Sisterhood is, or excuse me, I got Jade Sisterhood and the Priests of Isis confused, and that made a weird amalgamation. A large knightly man in full plate armor bearing the sigil of Isis, is flanked on either side by 2 priestesses who are holding platinum dishes that have coins on them. This seems like some kind of alm, collection. They're just asking for charitable donations through the crowd. As they pass you, they ask if you'd like to give charitably to the priests of Isis so they can continue their charitable works.
Can I steal from them?
I mean, you
How
can,
about you
but
guys?
that
How about
guardian
you
looks.
guys pay for Esther's?
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
I like that. Do they have any kind of medical support? Any Medicaid in Beiju for people who need it?
She tells you that her job, the smaller of the 2 priestesses walking the streets with this night guardian, tells you that her only job is outreach, that she is supposed to be the caring hand of Isis, that it's her job to tend to the masses and heal those that are sick.
Oh, can she heal this one who happens to be
Ezekiel, what are you doing?
She kneels down and touches the girl's cheek with her bare hand, pushing aside the rough canvas tent, and says, "Poor thing, it's only a mild case of grayscale." And as she does that, you can hear all around you, like, it sounds like the soft pealing of a bell in the distance. And there's a flash of warm orange light from her hand. And as she touches the girl, flakes of dried skin just peel off of her body and become sand at your feet. And in very short order, a matter of moments, this beautiful girl now has flawless, perfect pink skin.
Yay, we did
and
it!
Smiles for the first time since you've met her.
Yay!
I go ahead and donate 5 gold to them. So thank her for the assist.
Awesome. Thank you for doing that. I would just like everyone to know I'm so freaked out by this magic. I'm not into it, but just
As the priestess goes back to her caravan there, she thanks you very much for your donation, and you see that her hand is now mottled and covered in grayscale, and she wraps it in some silk cloth and sort of tucks it in her armpit as she rejoins the other priestess, and they continue their walk down the street.
Interesting.
I don't like that shit.
It's sad that she has the same disease. Oh well, let's go.
Hoppy, you're so cute.
What are the chances?
Winsies!
Isn't it ironic?
She must have felt bad for her. Okay, let's go.
Cool. Well,
across the street was the Jade Sisterhood, the apothecary here in Beiju. They also, they're like a franchise. They're everywhere. You won't see Neat Haru, but I'm sure it's run by equally charming ladies. Was the apothecary our next stop, or did you guys want to do anything else before?
Did you want to? You wanted to get the weapons, right? Appraised.
I'd like to get rid of them.
Not be the place to do that, so we need to find some type of metalsmith or other vendor.
Well, wait. I have an idea. Let's powwow.
Please.
What if we are not in the apothecary. We're just having a powwow. Hoppy is playing with Esther. So just the smart ones.
Or Amon.
What if we explain the potion of healing that we found and tell them that we do not know what is attached to it, but we would just like to exchange it for a different potion of healing? How do they feel about and say could be really fun for you? You might have to take the time to oh wow. Okay. That's an actual real life half human, so that's interesting. But sure. I'm disturbed, but
when she becomes a pet, she'll have to change her name to
just
Pester.
a thought, because I don't like the idea of just giving up HP, but I would trade it.
Yeah, or is that? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
They might also know what components are in it and what the cost is.
Yeah, we can talk to them more about it.
Okay.
Apothecary.
I say we do it.
Let's do it.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's also see what they have on their shop shelves.
Okay. I did not have time this morning to find a good... So we're going to do Theater of the Mind very briefly here. Entering across the street here. Beautifully ornate stained glass door. Just little bits of like solder and ironwork hold this giant double-sided glass door together. Above it is the shingle saying Jade Sisterhood Apothecary. you've dealt with this brand before. Amon made a good connection with Neat,
I did.
the lead apothecary mistress at the previous house. Opening it in, you get that same sort of like waft of incense aroma. That's just, it's like 10% short of being completely overpowering. And at the wooden counter, behind rows and rows and rows of multicolored glass ampules, there are identical triplets, all with pale white skin, long black hair, and deep green eyes.
Do they look like an eat?
No, they look like each other, but otherwise they look kind of like nondescript NPCs. Like there's no defining feature. They have very plain faces, just stark green eyes, long straight black hair, and each of them are wearing the exact same Jade Apothecary smock that Neat wore. They welcome you to the house of the Jade Apothecary and ask what business you have for them today.
These are triplets?
Triplets, identical female triplets.
I'd just like to turn around and say this town freaks me the fuck out. Okay.
Kira, Mira, and Zira.
I hate you
I
right
love
now.
it.
I like
No.
it.
So good.
Ask again what business you have for them today.
Like
We have,
in
like the-
sync, they say it all at once.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
The surround sound. I love it.
All right.
I'm not doing the talking here.
I'll put the healing potion on the counter and say, we found this in our travels and we were concerned about the potential cost of using it, and we're wondering if this was something that you could make use of in exchange for standard healing potions.
Paper one.
Well, actually, what I can do, sorry, I had a brain fart. What I can do is show everybody this, so you can look at what their offerings are and be thinking about what you want to buy while we're doing this. I'm sorry, that probably was a much better thing to do. The three of them take turns looking at it, turning it over in their heads, turning it upside down so they can see clearly, like without having to look through the stopper. And they reach the triple, the three-way consensus. May they open it?
Yes.
Sure.
They each take a sniff, and each with the exact same flick of a tongue, just lick the outer glass rim of the vial, like they're the same person.
I really hate these people.
But put the stopper back in, closing the bottle, and they tell you that they are certain they know what this is, and ask how you came by it.
Funny
We
story
say-
that.
We saved some people, and this was in the loot. Yeah.
Is how we
Just say
came by it important?
They all say at the same time, to us, very much it is.
We relieved its previous owners of their lives.
By saving other people. It's not like we just went and murdered them.
They don't even know that.
They in unison tell
That's
you
the
that,
fire clown.
that in this shop you have only friends then.
Good.
Yay!
Excellent. So,
Wanted to
then
make sure. That's why I wasn't just saying we just jumped in and killed people.
They go on to tell you one at a time, now speaking in canon, like taking turns with segments of a sentence, that rather than this being a traditional healing potion, it's more akin to a vampiric healing spell. That when this spell was bottled as a potion, she finds the word battery, but her sisters dislike that because you're talking about a human person, is connected to this potion. When you imbibe this to heal, that is going to come at the expense of whoever that's tethered to.
Oh,
So if you gain 20
that's
healing
awkward.
points, someone to whom this potion is bound loses 20 hit points.
That's actually kind of awesome in its own way.
Then we definitely don't want to use it, and we definitely don't want it to be on the free market.
It makes you wonder how many hit points the three of them just took off the person.
Ooh, I don't want to think
Somewhere it's
about
like-
that.
Just saying.
Is it possible to track the person it's bound to?
You know what? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Would you guys be interested in it?
Yeah, we don't want to do anybody any harm, and I'm sure it came off of an innocent person. Do they have a safe way to destroy it so they can't be hurt?
No. No. Would you like to buy it from us?
They are intrigued by its magic, and would be willing to consider it as part of a trade. They're not comfortable just giving you cash on hand for vial of.
Let's discuss trades. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes,
Essentially-
trade.
Okay, they're very amenable to that. Like stark contrast to the other guy who only wanted to deal in currency and very specifically only in his wheelhouse. They seem to be game for just about anything.
Okay, so if
Oh,
there,
Yeah.
th-
how
th-
much
this is
trade?
great news. So let's, can we get like 2 elixirs of health for it?
Okay. As the guy who wants to give up everything that's given to him, let's just hold on and make sure that we're taking care of everyone.
What are elemental whetstones and oil
Yeah.
of keenness?
Two of them congratulate you on your keen eye, while the third one goes to the shelf behind her to grab
Yes,
exemplars of each
keenness.
item.
The keenness. I say this.
Yeah. She takes the oil and a small dagger from her hip and places it on the counter and just gently applies the contents of the oil along the edge of the blade, and it takes on this much steeper, almost saber grind, showing the cutting edge is now twice as deep as it was before and far more angular. And she's able to like bifurcate a segment of her own hair, cutting it in half as she draws the dagger up it.
Bless you.
That's your
Ooh.
type.
I saw it coming and did not mute in time.
Thanks. Sorry about that, guys. What it does for a weapon, if it's applied to a weapon as a bonus action for the next hour or so, your weapon will critically hit on a 19 or a 20.
And we
I
don't get
already
those.
have that.
If you have that, then it would critically hit on an 18, a 19, or a 20.
I may consider this then.
The elemental whetstones are a similar contrivance. She shows you that this one, for example, is a fire whetstone, and as she drags it across the same dagger, it starts to glow like hot coals. And when
Very
she's
cool.
done passing a few strokes of the whetstone over the blade itself is now wreathed in flame.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
How long does
The
that last?
whetstones are a consumable magic item. As a bonus action for 1 minute, 10 rounds of turns, the weapon will now do an extra d4 of that elemental's damage on each successive hit.
Nice. Very nice.
That's not bad.
And
We
she
should
has them in most elements.
definitely get some of those. And we definitely need some healing potions, right? Because we need to make sure that everyone has at least one, if not two.
I do have another thing I want to offer her. If they'd be interested in, where's that? A dulcetary distillation from another
From
shop.
the other place.
She rolls her eyes and asks if you've seen Neat Heru.
Yeah, it's Amon's BFF over there.
They say that she's an embarrassment to the order. No one makes randomness quite like she does. At each other and then back at you, and no one buys randomness.
I got 2.
Okay, so if they're willing to exchange, what value of items would they be willing to exchange for that potion?
I also have the Sandworm Setsack, or the Sandworm Setsack. Would they be willing to buy that?
They would take the Silver Flame health potion and the scent sack from the Sandworm for either an elemental whetstone or an oil of keenness,
But not both.
but not both. Shows you that they value those combined items somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 300 gold.
I guess the extra guaranteed damage might be better than the increased critical.
Yeah, I would
Over
say that
time.
the whetstone is better in my opinion, but
And
I
what
would-
are the
I would-
different elements?
But a combo of the both. There you go.
Fire, frost, acid, lightning, and force.
Force.
Lightning.
Force is sort of like the generic expression for like non-elementally typed magic energy is
Magic
just
missile.
force. Yeah, exactly, Mark.
All right. Are you guys okay with me exchanging it for an elemental whetstone, or would you rather?
I think go for elemental.
I mean, cost-wise, we could get 3 potions of healing, and then I could just buy my own whetstone.
Well, if we just keep doing 1,000,000 damage, we don't need the HP, right? That's not just Sean didn't hear that, but
Okay. Then I would like one of the force elemental whetstones.
yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna give up our potion of healing,
I
and
think you should get the
the
fire ones that way. Fire's awesome.
scent sack for a force whetstone. Did you say?
Yeah, I think
All
so.
right, and you're adding it to your sheet.
To my sheet, and it's just consume on use, right?
Correct.
All right. Depending on what the situation is, once we sign up for the competition, I may need to come back and buy some more. But we'll wait and see.
I need to get at least one potion of healing,
Potion of healing.
so I'll go ahead and buy that.
Okay.
I'll buy myself a second one. I have one in my inventory, but I'd like to have an extra.
It's Amon, he's always needed one.
Yeah, what does he have? Because I think he used his.
Let's take a peek at his sheet for him. Oh, I don't see one. Oh no, it says his sheet says he has 2.
Oh. Okay, then.
He's fine.
Do you have any, Michelle?
No, I have none. In,
Okay,
I have no money.
I'll buy
so.
you one. So put one in your inventory, and that's.
And this is the
Oh.
2d4 plus 4, right? Thank you.
I have it as +2.
You might be right. I
Is
think
it?
that's right.
I
It's
would
2d4
rather
plus
+4, but I have it as 2d4 +2.
Let me confirm with the compendium, but I think you're right. I think I always want to make it better than it is because 2d4 plus 2 sounds bad.
Stupid.
It is. It is bad.
You get a whole 3. Here
actually.
you go.
Yeah, it is
I know.
2d4 plus 2, between
Plus
3
2.
and 6 HP. Yeah.
And
Just
that's
enough to get the
100
body
gold. That's 100 gold, or is it 50? Because that is
It's
fucking
100.
ridiculous
100.
for 100 gold.
Don't
But
be
I don't have
cheapskate.
enough money to buy us both one each of the greater healing, so we're at least it will hopefully keep you from dead. And that is my goal.
Yeah.
To keep you from
It's
dead.
pretty much just a get somebody up that's dying type
Yeah.
of thing. Honestly, we
Um,
probably don't need that many of them, but
That's okay. Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Can we take a bio break?
Sure. Yeah, let's take our 5-minute break now.
5 minutes. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
And we're back.
All right, so I
Okay.
think we were done-ish with the Jade Sisterhood Apothecary this time around.
For now.
Is that true or false?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next step in my mind, based on what you guys had set out to do initially, this is me kind of just reminding you what's available.
Choking on air.
Yes, now that
Uh.
that has been done. That was on the list.
Selling weapons.
We wanted to sell some junk that we had.
Yep.
We wanted to make sure that you guys could get signed up for the proving so that you could attempt to run the reliquary
Yep.
on the proving day. And since it is mid-afternoon, it might behoove you to also figure out some kind of accommodations for the evening before it gets too much later.
And should we find a thing for the kid, so we're not having another kid running around with us?
Does she know what town she came from? Is there any way we can find somebody from that might know her?
She
Maybe
says
from
that
a village?
she's from Two Forks, but that doesn't make any sense to you.
He's got
Here's
one.
I just want to be really
got one.
clear. John's favorite thing to do is to give us children everywhere we go so that we have to take them back to where we came from and be like, look, we found another orphan for you.
So I can use by popular demand to find us an inner tavern to stay for free.
I like that.
And as long as I perform. And
All right.
hopefully she can stay there with us until we get to...
Get her a job.
I mean, even if she can't, I can sneak her in. Trust me. I'm good at that.
I know
Under
that
my
Amon
cloak.
is trained. If anybody else is trained in history, I'd allow a history roll for some insight here.
Do we got history?
I think it's just Amon.
I have a 1.
I have
Hey, and I rolled a 1.
Mm.
I mean, that's kind of like real life. I am not a
Yes.
history major.
It's stuff happened before I got here.
I get a -2.
It was
Okay.
all
No.
less interesting.
Okay. So does anybody have Amon's sheet up so we can roll his history?
Draco's history is good enough.
Oh, yes. Good job, Draco. Hey.
You know historically that most of the priestesses of Isis here are or were at one time orphans. This is like a maternal order that takes
Okay.
orphans in and turns them into priestesses or servants of Isis.
And I mean, they did just help her out. She kind of owes
They
them.
did. Like this could be a nice little dovetail. It is a little bit like you sort of deciding someone's fate for them, but
When she gets older, she can maybe think about getting
Well,
out of it.
Hold on. Why?
slavery and child brides, like being trained to be a priestess is probably not the worst thing ever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why don't we just say, hey, here's the deal. This is probably the best choice for you. You'll have food, you'll have housing, you'll be safe. You have no family left in the world, and these ladies will love you. Well, all the things. Be like, how do you feel about that? Good? Okay. Say we are rapscallions. You do not want to get messed up in our stuff. We kill people. We don't kill people. We kill.
He killed.
You can tell she's upset because she's got like a persistent continuing history of just being dumped by one group to the next group to the next group.
Aww.
And you're just another in the long line of people that dump her.
I don't want to dump her.
At least we helped her.
She can always come with me.
Being able to repay the sisterhood that cured her seems as good a cause for her to live the rest of her life towards as any other. And she just, like, choking back some tears, thanks you very much for finding her, and she'll go to the priestesses if you want.
Scoot.
I want her to have the choice. She's welcome to stay with us tonight. And if she wants to go meet with them, that's fine. But I'm going to make sure that she knows that she is always welcome where I am.
We can also say you can also hang out with us for a few days.
Yeah.
And we can take you back to the city that we're from and put you in the house that we grew up in. And then we will be able to check on you from time to time. It's not a glamorous life. It's not, you're not going to be able to like give back to your community like the priestesses do. So you do have a choice. And one, we'll be able to come see you more often.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I don't know if our paths will ever cross again if you become a priestess.
Although it would be very helpful to have a healer friend to be able to come to if she wanted to learn that. But it's
Yeah,
entirely
wouldn't
up to her.
it? It would be so nice to have a healer friend.
Yeah, it would.
Okay, well we're oscillating between like we're trying to help you
It's
and we are
completely
definitely
up to
using
her.
you.
It's completely up to her. She's welcome to stay with us for the next few days while we get settled. And if she
To be
wants
fair,
to
I
spend
only
some
gave her
time
the
with
option
them,
because of your moral compass, sister.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
I
got
just
the
wanted
choice.
to tell her what to do. So
For now, she like snorts back a. I'd rather stay with you tonight, at least.
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna take
I'll
her
keep you
hand
safe.
and walk her into the inn.
Wait,
All right.
before we okay, so let's put her in a room and then let's go sell our crap. I mean our
She and
priceless
Amon are gonna
weapons.
hang out at the inn once, and they're gonna get
perfect.
You find a place called the Defiant Bell. It is rumored by the shingle that hangs outside of it as the oldest bar in Beiju. And at its centerpiece
What are
is
you doing?
this giant crude iron bell that's half cracked
Cereal?
like Liberty Bell style and has like punctures and divots all in it. And it's patinaed beyond history and time. Like it does seem to be very ancient. And it's hopping. It's full of people. And this is where you make your accommodations for the evening, and where Esther's going to be bedded down while you guys finish up the rest of your chores. On the way out, Renan, something catches your eye.
I would like to see what catches my eye.
You notice that the edge of the bar, sort of connects to the frame of the wall about a foot from the door frame. So on your way out, sort of like just low, maybe just below hip height, there's something scrawled in the wood, freshly cut, because it has, it's white against the otherwise dark wood that makes up the interior of this bar. It's a crudely carved bit of thieves' cant. Meant the symbol is to disseminate the feeling of a safety or home.
Cool. I'm gonna let Ani know that I have seen this and that we will be safe here for the night.
Excellent. That's good to hear.
While you're examining it, a younger, kind of well-built barkeep asks if you know what that means.
Is he hot? I'm just kidding.
Like,
okay.
By most modern standards, yeah, he's a looker.
I'll say no, but it looks really cool. Can you tell me about it?
Roll a hair.
He stops for a minute, like not expecting that to be the answer, and just says, "Oh, yeah, me neither," and goes back to collecting stuff off of tables.
Okay, that was my stupid
I'm gonna
attempt
nudge
at
you
flirting.
and be like,
yeah, I'm gonna be like, okay. I'll be like, let's try that again. Yes, I know what that means. And I'll be like, so this is a safe house?
And he says, yeah, it is. But you need to talk to Jolene first. Because
Jolene.
You should talk to Jolene. She told me that if I found anybody who knew what that was, that you're supposed to talk to her. She says that she still wants to talk to you, I guess.
Okay, and after I talk to Jolene, can I come back to talk to you?
I will. I'll just be, I'll be here picking up bottles and cleaning. Yes.
I'm
yes.
just gonna be nudging Draco and going.
I'll be like, see you later. See you later. Bye.
Dude.
Yeah. Okay. But yes.
I mean, wait.
I'll be
Where's?
here.
Wait. But like, where do I find Jolene? God, I'm bad at this.
He just points to the woman behind the bar beneath the bell.
She's just shaking her head, isn't she?
Apparently,
okay.
Yeah, this did not go quite the way she was hoping. For everybody involved, I suspect, actually, this might be the way.
Yeah, I'll be like, okay, see you later for a drink.
as you approach, I'll share this. Jolene behind the counter
Hey, Jolene.
is a deliberately over-sexified,
A
stereotypical
gossip mistress. I love
bartender
it.
here. Um,
What color
as
eyes does
she
she have? 'Cause
takes
I
a
can't tell.
stride walking towards you, like her leg parts a slit in her dress that goes all the way up to like her hip, and she's wearing a bandolier of daggers that spirals down her leg. And every time there's an order up, she throws a dagger at the slip and nails it to the wall on the other side of the thing, and everybody in the bar cheers and takes a shot.
I like this place.
That's awesome. I like someone who's seen some shit.
I'll be
Got
like,
some shit too.
We're gonna be friends with Jolene.
so Jolene, I'm trying to think of like who a hot historical figure would be at this time in history. So
Me, obviously.
Historically hot.
Obviously.
No. I'm trying to think of like a hot. All I can think of is like Cleopatra, but like she's a lady,
Sure,
so that doesn't work. God damn it. Okay.
Mark Antony.
You know,
Oh, that's a backwards, a stab in the back kind of a. I don't know.
Yeah, he was Roman. He probably did it that way. Yeah.
probably
Okay.
did.
I'll be like, Mr. Mark Antony over there told me I should talk to you about this being a safe place.
She, for a woman of great confidence and great ability, takes one awkward half second to you, and she looks down at the palm of her hand like she's reading from something, and just asks you the question deadpan: if you met a monk drinking nettle tea, what would you offer him? You may want to look at the things I know ? Subcategory of handouts.
Just
I'm
Michelle,
like,
right? Not us.
Everybody should check that pretty often.
Fortunately, I don't know
I'm adding
anything.
new things weekly.
Oh,
I know you are.
Are you a
Things I
member of
should-
our Wajadot? Oh,
What?
I would offer him orange hibiscus cakes. I'm gonna walk up behind her and offer
what
that.
Giving Michelle a chance to get caught up, but yes.
I can't see it in the. I'm having issues trying to find it. I see the things I should know, and then all I see is the thieves can't. Oh, it's down.
Do you see an Alea
Yes.
identity challenge?
Yes, and I would say I would offer him orange hibiscus cakes.
Nodding at both of you, she takes something from underneath the bar very quickly. It's wrapped in burlap cloth, places it on the bar, slides it across to you, and then walks away like she's never met you.
Okay. And I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it somewhere where no one else sees, even everyone I'm with.
Hey, Mom,
And-
these two are smooth, aren't they?
We are going and we're gonna go take Esther up to her room.
Excellent.
And while we take Esther up to her room, I will make her distracted, like getting her settled, and then look at what Jolene just gave me.
Can I share it with everyone, or is this going to be
No,
one of those things? Oh,
just
boy.
me. Yeah, you're welcome. Secrets?
Yeah, that's probably just easier. If everybody can depart to the secret shuttle so that just Michelle, Guild Group Games, and I can chat for a second.
No, I can follow. I can follow you guys now.
Okay, then just Michelle and I are departing the secrets. We'll be right back. All
Hi.
right. Hello. The burlap you reveals to you a leather-bound journal. It's got scribbling on the leather face of it that you don't read, or it's nonsense, one of the two. It does have a golden ibis bird on the front of the journal, and as you page through it, it's just got tons and tons of crazy person insanity drawings of felt thumbtacks connecting to each other. That kind of insanity, all discussing the reliquary of the first, the giant vault that you guys are hoping to find your way into. This seems to be someone's like lifelong pursuit, putting together elements of the riddles, um, background history, translations. It's somebody's master thesis on all things reliquary.
Okay.
The only other thing of note to you that I want to make sure that that doesn't get lost in the minutia is that identity challenge is something only known to your family.
What does that mean?
Well, that challenge is something that Oni taught you guys, and that only your Wajadat, only one of the 6 members of your family, would know that particular identity challenge. Which, if you were here with the 5 of them, would likely tell you that this was left for you by Sari,
Got it.
who may have also crudely sketched a mark to get your attention,
Got it.
knowing that you would see the thieves' cant and take a beat. I have actual journal pages, but I'd rather wait until I can publicly share them with everybody, if that's all right with you, rather than having to do 8 pages for one person and then I'll have to reassign them to everybody.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. I think the way that I want this to play out, just so you know, is like get through tonight, go sell the things, and then in the morning at breakfast, share all of this and be like, I know Sari left this for me. We have to join this. We've got to do whatever it is, the thingy. That's how I'd like it to go, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
Okay.
All right, upstairs then.
All right. And we're back.
Yay!
Welcome back.
I was performing to get our free accommodations for the night while you guys were chatting.
Cool. Were you like arm wrestling or were you singing?
Oh, you didn't see the show? It was a combination of all of the
Dancing,
things.
dancing for her meal. That was for sure.
I was ticking off Appa. Fun Police was on patrol.
Yeah,
Okay.
good show.
So we're going to get settled. We're going to get Esther settled, and then let's go sell our weapons.
Taking them to one of the local outfitter shops, people that sell generic weapons, generic provisions, not like a magic store or anything, but just like a generic outfitters. The guy says he'll give you 20 gold for the crossbow, and he can give you up to 10 for the greatsword, total of 30 gold if you want to part with both those weapons. And ask if you have anything else you want to sell.
Do we have anything else that we want to sell?
Does he have anything that we want to buy?
Like, not to be flippant, but this would encompass anything in the player's handbook that is not magical. So, like, if you need climbing pitons or a hooded lantern or a 10-foot ladder or climbing rope or a backpack or a water skin or any of like those kind of those mundane adventuring tools, that this is the store that would have those things.
Okay.
Can I exchange my I don't remember what that shit coin is called.
The Elementium.
4 gold.
Electrum.
Yeah. Electrum. Oh, I want to call it something wrong every time.
Yeah, he's happy to take it. He is curious where it came from. He says that it's, some people won't trade it. For him, coin is coin is coin.
I'll just say a little kid gave it to me.
He jokes, and like you can tell he's maybe done some shady dealings in his own life. He's like, yeah, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to tell me.
Nice. I appreciate this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's only 5 gold, right?
Each electrum is worth 2 gold pieces. So if you took 5 coins, that's 10.
No, I took 10, so I get 20 gold.
20, correct.
Cool. Guys, now I have 30 gold.
Excellent.
No,
What
40.
happened to all your money?
It's a long story. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Because I have quite a bit of gold myself, like almost 500.
All right.
And then we're gonna sell the other for 30 gold, and that'll just go into the pot. Are you guys okay with that?
Yep.
Sure.
And then we don't need to buy anything else right now.
Do we want to hold on to the 2 Silver Flame armor sets, or do you want to try to sell them?
Oh no,
We should
we're
try
we're
selling.
keeping no, 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 we're keeping those.
You don't like
Second.
any of my ideas. Jeez.
Zach just wants to
Well,
sell
here's the
everything.
thing. Here's the thing. It's like, what if we need them later? Like, what if we need
Just
to?
kill some more guys and take it.
I love your confidence in you. I really do.
Have
And,
you not
like,
seen
I don't-
how badass I've
I
been
don't-
every single time we come up against them?
I don't run the party. If you guys want to sell them, it's a vote here, you know. I just am thinking they could probably be more valuable to us down the road, but I'm also paranoid and don't like to get rid of things. So,
Who runs the world? Michelle.
no.
His mother.
Let's go sign up for the event. I want to go figure out what we need to do to get that situated, and then we can go to the inn for the evening.
I'm sorry, would you say, Meg? I got distracted by my child.
By Andy Griffin.
Yeah.
That I want to go register for the event that we have to participate in order to get our information. So let's go.
It's
ahead
worth
and go through that
note-
process.
That I have a scroll from the Catal Pit fighting team member. Do you remember that? John, help me out.
We have to turn that in, right, to enter our team?
I'm sorry, what? The music started and I couldn't hear you.
Do we have to turn that in to register our team for this event?
I
Our
think that was.
invitation?
I think that was an invitation.
I need you to tell me what I told you the item was called one more time.
Catal Pit fighting team member. I can't see the rest. Hold on. Team membership. The Breakers. We're on the Breakers team. I don't know. Wow.
That's membership for you to enter as a team into the Catal fighting pits. Catal is the gladiatorial combats that happen here, especially in the seasonal holiday that we're approaching.
That's not this. Got
That's
it.
not this, right?
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
But that's a way that we could make money because we have
It
none. So
100% is,
And
yep.
and
Just-
do skill building and network. That's
Yes,
that's
so-
kind of what I think I'll do with my downtime.
okay,
Alright.
so we need to enter this thing.
Yep.
Mhm.
We're gonna rush ahead a little bit here, shortcutting some of the narrative. You walk through the city streets until you find the Office of the Proving. That's the ceremonial name for this challenge that allows anybody who wants to pay a small entrance fee and to try to run the Gauntlet of the Reliquary of the First. 99% of the people who attempt it fail. 60% of the people who attempt it fail and die.
Oh, fun.
So this office
Really
is
good
happy
show.
to take your money and register you.
Okay.
It's 10 gold. He wants to know if you'll be entering as a single person or as a team. Team members can be up to 6.
A team. And
Okay.
we'll pay the 10 gold out of our shared pot.
Is it 10 for each of us?
Nope, just 10 per entry.
Okay.
He says that he'll need your team name and the name of each member of your team up to 6.
Nope. We're not
Rico
giving
and the
our real
lackeys.
names. We're not giving our real names.
Hmm.
Draco and his lackeys.
Draco and the fireballs.
There you go. Oh, I love it. Draco and the matches.
Happy's Menagerie.
Fire Clown and his fireballs.
Yes. Yes, you can be my fireballs.
Okay. We're not going to be called the worst because that has never left me. I really don't care. I have no idea what to say here. So,
Team Campfire, you know? Or Team Flaming Rose.
I actually don't mind the Flaming Rose as the team name.
There you go.
okay, I'm down.
We even got our mascot. Like, woo!
Mhm.
Woo!
The Flaming Rose or just Flaming Rose?
I think
Flaming
the
Rose
Flaming
is?
Rose.
Okay, so we're going to be called the Flaming Rose. And then we're going to give all fake names.
Yes.
And it doesn't
I'll be-
matter because we're not going to call ourselves these fake names. So
I'll be
fake
happy.
names.
I'll be happy.
A mom could be Draco.
think you guys missed the point.
Renan just rolls her eyes, scribbles some gibberish.
I wonder though, hold on. Let's take a second. I wonder if there's something that we could name our team so that if Sari saw it, she would know it was us.
Oh. All right. What about?
What's the name of the woman who owned the house that we are from?
Alea.
Alea. So what if we named our team Alea's warriors or Alea's children or something so that she would know it's us?
Alea's children works.
I mean, the Flaming Rose is way cooler, but I'm trying to be tactical here.
I just want us to look awesome, you know. Which we could
Alea's
still.
Flaming Roses.
There you go.
There we
Alea's Flaming
go.
Rose.
Or just Alea's flame.
Ooh, there you go. Alea's flame.
Then you get to keep
I
fire
like-
in it.
Yeah, Alea's flame is great.
Same mascot though. Make sure you write that down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, jot that. Yeah.
Alea's flame. Awesome. Okay.
it.
So I
Ship.
feel better. And then we're signed up.
When is the event? When does the event begin? So we know how much
3,
training time.
It is,
we have.
2,
it is
1.
Monday evening. Sunday it starts at dawn. The path to the reliquary will be revealed, and that's when the runners begin. You have to be there pre-dawn to queue up,
Okay.
Oh, so
Um,
early.
but that's Sunday. So you've got about 6 days. This is where we refer back to our sort of meta conversation that we talked about weeks ago about what you guys want to do with this downtime. To make it super, super easy, I think I streamlined it to basically 3 options, and I'll give you the 3 options, take a few minutes to talk about it amongst yourselves, and then come back to me with a decision. I would ideally like all of us to be able to agree on the same downtime activity. If we cannot, and if we're hard stuck like at a 3-2 split somehow, we can talk about running 2 games next week, where like at different times or different days of the week where we can do 2 things.
Well,
I would rather not be the case, but I'm not opposed to it if we cannot reach consensus.
I'm not
Okay.
here next week, just so you guys know.
Okay. All right. Well, regardless of that new information,
But I
old
said
information
it
that I forgot.
before. I thought it. I guess. Yeah.
3 options.
Well, next Sunday. Oh no, in 2 Sundays it's Easter.
Mhm.
Okay.
First option is just intense, deliberate rest and relaxation. We essentially fast forward to Sunday. You guys do nothing but eat amazing food, sleep super long hours, get massages, spa treatments, relax. In game terms, that gives you 2 temporary hit points per day of rest for a total of 12 temporary hit points at the start of Sunday morning. It gives everyone an inspiration token, and it gives you advantage on athletics and perception skills until you take your first short or long rest. Like, that's just your characters are fully rested, you're at your best, you have some advantages from taking a week off and just pampering yourselves.
Can that be a real thing in real life? Thanks.
I think it is. I mean, I've never taken a week off, but I hear good things. Option number 2, somewhere in the middle of options number 1 and 3, would be you guys using this downtime to try to explore the city of Eiju a little bit, learn some more about the Silver Flame, try to do some research about that cultist group, see what you can learn, and maybe explore some information about the proving tournament itself, see if you can learn anything about the reliquary that might like pay dividends forward once you're there. And then the option number 3 would be you guys committing yourselves to Catal pit fights and extremely dangerous exchange board missions, trying to essentially power level, like just pushing yourselves to your absolute limit, so that way when you face the challenges in the pyramid, you will hopefully be stronger than you are today. Metagame sense, that would be you guys trying to rush level 5, hitting the challenge at 5th level instead of 4th.
But
That could
would
be
that
fun.
mean that some people would level and some people wouldn't if the group splits? Because I could see value in learning as much as we can while we have that downtime. But I think Oni's plan would be to fight, to just stay fresh, to potentially work on skills and or try to earn money to acquire better weapons going into the event.
I mean, that's what Hoppy's life is, so he would be a fighter for sure. I don't imagine that he would be comfortable sitting around being pampered for a week. So,
But you
but
have a
that
whole
would be-
menagerie to take care of.
well, I could spend the week trying to find somebody to train Andy.
Hmm.
Maybe we can train Esther to train.
you go.
Train the kid, train the dog.
I feel like Renan would have a strong pull towards exploring because she would
Yeah.
spend the time looking for Sari.
I think Amon would also.
And stealing.
And
stealing.
stealing.
And stealing. And getting.
So
What would you prefer, Draco? Because you are interested in the Silver Flame. Would you want to spend your time learning more about them, or would you want to spend your time fighting?
The power leveling sounds awesome.
I guess that's my
Honestly.
question. Are
Yeah.
you sacrificing gaining a level if you choose
Right.
to go the informative route, or would you
Yeah,
consider
you would be.
that skill and development at the same time as just beating stuff?
No,
I would
like,
assume.
yeah. I think
and
the
there's
only-
not. I'm sorry.
no, yeah, the metagaming power level of you guys just forcing your characters to grow.
See,
To
Requires
train at 200
combat.
times Earth gravity would be the only way to achieve a higher level between now and.
And it would be fun. Fighting would be fun. But
And there's sort of no way to do a little bit of both because I feel like if
No.
we trained our asses off, we couldn't have like an hour every night to just
No.
sort of
we'd
explore
be
the
so
city.
tired. We'd be so freaking tired.
I'd be willing to allow like 1 day of diversion if you guys went balls to the wall.
Okay,
5 days
yeah.
of like gladiatorial just murder face for 72 hours and then take a day break. I'm fine with that.
I will 100% take that last day just as rest while they're doing research.
Yeah, okay. That I would be fine with that compromise.
Okay.
All right.
Should
Do you
we...
do you think we can convince Caleb that that is what Amon would want also?
Yeah, I
if he's
think
the
that
only one not
he's.
doing it, he would have to do it, right?
Well, I
I think he's
don't want
a
to
team
tell people
player.
what they have to
Yeah.
play, but at the same token, he's not the decision. So I kind of want to. I just for me, I don't want to. I don't want
Well-
to spend 2 hours crafting something that we're never going to use, or having spent more time on something I needed to spend time making.
Here's the thing for me, I think, it's since I won't be here next week, and this sounds like that's what all next week will be, I should probably sit this one out possibly, and then I'll be doing my, exploring, learning,
Or
unless
we
you guys think you would need me.
Here's
discuss
here's-
skipping next week, because that was why we went weekly, so that if we needed to skip a week, we weren't taking a whole month off.
We did take last week off.
If
though.
we're going to play Easter.
Yeah, I was assuming that there were going to be some conflicts with Easter, but I don't know that.
There will be a conflict with Easter for me.
Since it's the morning. That's when the Easter egg hunt goes.
I've been doing the scavenger hunts.
Yeah.
The clue to clue.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I don't want to. I would like to see if we can get to something more tonight before we run out of time. So I don't mean to rush everybody. My
No.
plan then is to have game time next week be us basically trying to Goku and power up as best as we can,
Yeah.
trying to make money and push ourselves to a point where we, overachieve the competition by outpacing them level wise.
Draco, if you're okay with it, I'll play your character so that you still get the XP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay if you guys want to play it. It's just I know it could be a hassle sometimes
mhm.
to
I think it'll be
I mean,
bounce
I
to
might not
someone
play
else.
it well, but.
To that end,
okay,
think
okay,
we
sir.
have a little bit of role playing to do at the end of tonight and tomorrow morning. Would you guys like to jump into a gladiatorial Catal battle before we run out of time today?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So let's we're gonna jump cut to the hotel at the Bell where you've made previous accommodations. Everybody goes to bed. In the morning, the Defiant Bell is an upscale establishment. There's a knock on your door. There's dry tack cakes and porridge left in front of your door, as well as tea for everyone. They deliver room service breakfast complimentary. While you're having breakfast, you guys have a few moments to discuss things if you want to. Otherwise, you can already hear the horns sound for a gathering at the Catal Pit.
I'm gonna feed Andy some of the sandworm meat that I collected, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay. I
Probably
do
put
just.
them in a box.
I have a point of discussion that I will quickly tell you guys. The object that Jolene gave me was a journal, and the journal is basically a bunch of drawings to help us sort of sort through the riddles of the reliquary of the first. And it's written, or appears to have been given to me by Sari. I am assuming that Sari is in a lot of danger because of the way that it was given. Yes, you may share. And so I think that we need to maybe be very careful on how we go about finding out information about Sari. Okay, so here's the journal, and it will help us to decipher whatever is ahead.
Oh, that guy's cool. He was great in Thor.
Mm.
So everybody should have all 7 pages of the journal now. Well, the journal in 6 pages. They're the cover in 6 pages.
Hi.
This is gonna be fun.
Read that at your leisure.
Okay, cool. Thanks, John. So that's all I just wanted to tell you before we go out to go
You're
beat some
muted,
stuff
Michelle.
up. Am I muted?
Oh, we hear
No,
you.
I can hear.
Just ignoring you.
Oh, then I can't.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear any of us other ones? Yeah.
I can hear all of you. John's the one that said he could not hear me.
I just had to reset Discord apparently. So yeah, read that at your leisure. It's not immediately pertinent. What is though is the call to conflict in the Catal Pit. If you guys want to try to hustle an encounter, I'm down. It's 11:20. We've got 40 minutes. This is Tuesday morning. It is one of the first rounds of the Catal games leading up to the proving. This morning, we've got a 3-round competition in the theme of Bestiarii, which is combatant teams versus monsters of the realm. Multiple teams will compete. Audience approval will determine the winner, and the winner receives a prize. So not only must you defeat the monsters, the ones who do it with the most style, flair, and efficacy.
Are you
will
okay?
likely-
Sorry.
We're good. Give me one quick sec to find your characters. I've lost my characters.
Oh no.
Lost. I've lost my marbles.
I immediately got
Such a
the
great movie.
reference. Toodles. Okay.
That's an awesome journal.
I'm stoked. Thanks, sorry. Ow, don't bite me, bro. That's rude.
All right, you guys are ushered in. Second round combatants. The first round went spectacularly poorly, and the first team, a member died, and the rest of them had to retreat, limping into the room. You did not see what they fought, but the crowd booed them as they were carrying their dead off the field, which is a really, really bad sign.
Okay.
The doors close once you guys enter the arena. I'll allow you to position yourselves anywhere you'd want to. These golden rods are 20-foot tall, oh my goodness. Words
Pillars.
are hard.
Plinth.
Pillars, thank you. These are like sandbag palisades that have just been constructed. They are 4 feet high, so a little bit higher than waist high. Easy to hide behind for something at range. These pits here are just empty 10-foot chutes. However, adjacent to them are 10-foot shoots that end in deadly spikes.
Nice.
Position yourselves wherever you want to, and once the gong tolls 3 times, your nemesis will be revealed. Your bestiary opponent for today.
Mon is he uses a bow, right?
He does.
Yeah.
3.
Hoppy's gonna stand right in the middle and roar with his mask on.
1. Emerging from the northern entrance of the gladiatorial arena, the Catal crowd goes wild. There's not an empty seat in the house as a massive steel-plated mechanical bull enters the arena, snorting
Hey, Hoppy, your
like
sister's here.
plumes of smoke.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't have the turn tracker up. Let me get that up. Everywhere it steps. Oh, damn it. Okay.
You
and
broke
now
it.
roll initiative.
But I had an 11.
Yeah, you'll get to keep it. I was trying to clear the old turns. And...
I'll take the 15.
Hey, Hoppy, your sister's here. Just to let you know.
Ouch.
John, you can delete one of mine. I don't care what.
I just like how I just happen to be the front line of all of its attention suddenly.
good. I want it to go before me. Otherwise, I won't be able to reach it on my turn. I'm assuming it's going to have some kind of stampede to get closer.
I should have raged
Who am I
before we started.
I'm on.
Oh, I'm on. Did Amon roll?
Oh, here, I can do it.
No.
I got his character sheet up
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Oh,
11's a pretty good number today, huh?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
All right, Renan, you're the first one to react. This large, giant metal bull enters the arena. Every
She goes running,
footfall
hiding.
shakes the entire arena's floor as it snorts and lowering its head. It coughs out a green, poisonous cloud that burns the dirt acridly as it snorts. It has two upcurled, razor-sharp horns, and to appreciate its size, it's standing 10 foot tall at the shoulder.
Holy crap!
It drags its hoofs in the dirt and lets loose a massive, echoing bellow, and the crowd just goes absolutely apeshit berserk. Some of its haunches and horns are still coated in blood from the first team. We know what happened to them. What would you like to do?
if it attacks one of us, I would like to shoot it with my bow.
We're in a arena. It's going to hit somebody.
I don't want to go first.
Okay.
I'm hidden right now. There's a reason. I
Called
promise.
strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Renan down. Amon.
Yeah.
Oni Amon. Ooh, that sounds like a Pokemon.
Are you comfortable taking his turn,
Me?
Marco? Mark said he was going to play.
Oh, sure. Why not?
I have it up if you don't want to.
I don't have them up, so I don't. Let me pull them up.
Can I hold you?
Yeah.
But basically, he's a bow
Boom.
bow user, right?
He
Yep.
is.
And is Hunter's Mark an extra action? Or is that an
It's a
action?
bonus.
So Hunter's Mark too.
So Hunter's Mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can hide behind these. And is he within range, or do I need to go forward?
Where he is presently, you're within range, but between the columns and the sandbags, you'd have disadvantage on the attack because the Gorgon has partial cover.
Okay. So in that case, instead of moving here, can I move up here? Will that give him better view?
No, because the sandbags that you're standing
Oh.
behind are still 4 feet high, and there's this big column in the way here to the north.
You could delay his action until
Yeah.
after
Top of him.
yours with what you want to do once the thing gets into range, if it gets into range.
Got it. Can I? I think he has the Hunter's Sense. Is that the one that gives him bonus damage?
There's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Mhm.
There's nothing called Hunter's Mark on here. So.
In the
No,
middle,
it's a spell.
under name,
Oh,
attack, damage type. It's in
Hunter's
there
Mark?
twice.
got it.
That'll just
Okay.
apply when you hit him. He takes that extra damage.
Okay, and then I'm gonna have him prep to shoot at.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't make it unless I run, which means that I'm not going to make it. So I'm going to come over here and roar at him.
Rawr.
And I'm going to rage and prepare in case he gets close enough. I'm going to prepare an attack.
Okay.
Okay, so since I'm the only one that can actually do something really at the moment, I am going to do.
Firebolt, firebolt, firebolt.
And that uses it. I would. It's too quick. I'll go ahead and do Scorching Ray 3 times. That's a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Those are damage rolls, though. I do need attack rolls.
Oh yeah, there's 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yay!
It's always I click the wrong side. I never. Yeah.
2 of them hit, 1 of them misses.
Oh
He
jeez.
takes the top
So-
highest damage rolls. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give him the first damage roll, so those are better. The searing blasts strike into his metallic hide. The one that was not quite a straight-on shot reflects off of it like a polished mirror, burning someone in the audience. They have to dispatch people to put out the fire in the stands.
Nice.
The other two just leave small little white hot spots on the armor where his metallic skin is now very hot to the touch, but he appears almost undeterred by your attempts to
Yeah,
harm him.
because he's made of metal and he is okay with heat. It seems like. Okay. I think I will go. You have a good one, and get back up a little bit.
And I'm out.
How's your mom and them? All right. He, drags his front hoof in the dirt several times, like he's preparing to charge, and then does just that. Charging Hoppy, he will attempt a gore attack.
It's
He does 27 points of piercing damage, which you reduced down to 13 because of your barbarian rage.
Oh.
But because he hit you while he was charging, he gets to move up to 20 additional feet
Holy shit.
and will trample you with its hooves, which also hit for 20 points of bludgeoning damage. Hoppy, you take 10 points because, of course, your barbarian rage is present.
Mhm.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
We are fucked.
Yeah, we are.
Hoppy, you are prone as it tramples you into the sand. There's this sort of bloody crater now that Hoppy's laying down in.
do I at least get my prepared attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, baby, can you hand me that pillow? Please.
And then can I go on the trampoline?
Go jump on the trampoline.
Pick up them.
Sort of anime style, as it's trampling over you, you manage to just hold your greatsword up into its abdomen and draw this long, gorging line through its underbelly. 25 points is a significant amount of damage. It starts to drip thick, viscous acid blood from its abdomen everywhere it stands, and it's like trying to slosh its innards together, like it's trying to reflexively force that wound closed, but you've heard it.
Yay, good job!
That's right, bitch.
Do we get to see the?
And don't I get to attack since it attacked?
Yep, anybody who was delaying for in range or attack an ally can make their attacks now.
Okay, I'm going to climb to the top of this thing.
4
You
feet.
can't move.
Okay.
Which puts me there, and then I'm going to try and shoot it with my bow.
Amon's bow just ping flicks harmlessly off of its chest plate. I don't think you mean to throw your longsword, so I'm guessing that was supposed to be something else.
John, do I also add the 1d6 for Hunter's Mark?
Sorry.
No, because you didn't hit him.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button.
This is something probably more appropriate. 19 hits, doing 6 points. It was my turn. It is Oni's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna come up here. Is applying the whetstone an action?
A bonus action.
A bonus action? Okay. I'm gonna save it for now and see how we do. Am I in range? It's hard because he's taking up 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so basically, like all, what is that, 10 squares
Oh,
around
no,
him.
thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do my two-handed, my 2-weapon fighting. First attack and second attack.
Both are hits.
Nice.
And then I'm going to. Can I cast Blade Ward as a bonus action?
You can, with the exception being that your offhand attack is also a bonus action.
Oh.
So you can either hit him for 9 and
So I
then
can't
Blade
do
Ward,
both.
or you can hit him for 20 and not Blade
No,
Ward.
I'd rather do the 20 damage. And then I'm trying to decide. No, we can go another round. I was trying to decide if I wanted to action surge and try to kill him this round, but just in case we have to fight other things later.
You can tank 36 damage.
Nope. sure can't.
Initiative starts at round 2. Renan still atop your pile of sandbags. You see that it's showing signs of being damaged. You're having more success than the first team was. Oni now is trying to tank it alone as Hoppy's still trying to crawl out of his crater. What do you want to do?
I'm going to steady aim and I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, make sure you use advantage.
If I could get my sheet to work right now, it'd be really fucking cool.
What's that?
Okay. So fucking cool.
That does
Yay!
hit. And don't forget, because you now have a melee ally, you can use sneak attack if you want also.
Okay. I don't know what that does.
You can just roll sneak attack dice.
Did
You
I
have
do
a-
it?
Very sneaky
You
if
did.
you did.
18 total points of damage.
Wow, nicely done.
I'm sorry, you guys. Yes. So sneak attack, and I critted on my sneak attack.
Sneak
No,
attack,
that's just max damage.
maximum damage.
Oh, I wanted
One
it
shy
to
of
be.
perfect damage.
Okay.
Any other action?
Hell no. Let's go, bull bitch.
Hell
Bitchy
no.
bull.
Bitchy bull. Wow.
Go on,
It
go
is
on.
a monster.
Is there anything else that he would do other than just shoot it?
Try not to get hit by it.
Yeah, he die. A lot of times he dies.
Oh no, me.
You might watch this.
I'll go ahead and shoot him. And Hunter's Mark is still active.
It is. Yeah.
Yay!
That's a hit. 4, 5 plus a d6.
Okay.
Oh, boo. 6
Yeah,
damage.
total
it
of
is.
6.
Not the number we were hoping for, but it is a number.
Just making sure that Hoppy and Draco both get to do some damage also before it dies.
Yeah.
Well, Hoppy needs some revenge.
Yep.
I don't know. You did a pretty good amount of damage as revenge.
You use half of your movement to stand up.
The other half to get into melee, and I'm going to
Clobber with your clobbering gloves.
reckless attack as well. So I get advantage and smack it with my smacking stick. Ooh, I hadn't even considered my clobbering gloves. That's all right.
You can't take them off, so everything that you do is with your clobbering gloves.
True. I think I have to activate them though.
Oh,
And I'm gonna swing with greatsword.
nice.
That is a hit. Grievously wounded. He's got an arrow in the eye that he's trying to paw with his cloven hoof. He's shaking, he's turning, and then you basically bring the executioner's greatsword down on the bulky part of the yoke of his neck, almost taking his head clean off. It's hanging on by like a quarter of the mass of metal.
Bring him home, Draco.
I can do a bonus action
Nice.
to
Do it.
hammering horns.
Do it.
Okay.
So that is horns. Yeah. I don't think I get the great weapon master, but still.
I don't understand what I'm looking at.
So did you get 20 to hit?
Hammering horns.
Oh, I see. 7 points of piercing. I was trying to make sense of the rage great weapon. That's because we're ignoring that line. I got you. So nine.
I
nine
should still
piercing.
get
Yeah.
9 piercing. Yeah.
Sorry, that took me a minute to understand.
Sorry.
Mark, you've felled the Gorgon. Describe to us how you've done it.
It tramples me and smushes me into the ground, and I get up and go like Super Saiyan and just like grab my sword, and I see it, and I bam right across the back, cutting off its leg,
Nice.
and then I ram it in the butt because that was really
Exit only. Exit only.
I mean, that is the
Nice.
direction it was facing. I love this.
Yep. The crowd goes, yeah! Ooh!
Oh.
Ah!
Take your victory lap, bud.
Hoppy,
My-
make a
and my
performance
mask
check for me
is
with
like-
advantage.
what's that?
A performance check with advantage to hype the crowd.
With my mask on and everything. Oh, I'm all over this.
Roll performance. With,
Roll performance check with advantage.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great number. Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, maybe one member of the team like calls out the name Hoppy, and you can hear it start
Yes.
in the
It's
stand.
me. I'm gonna be
Hoppy.
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 Hoppy, Hoppy,
I mean, Michael, which is his name? Remember, Mike using our names. Michael.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Michael.
Timothy.
Bob,
Two horn
Bob.
Tim.
Bob.
Stewart.
Get him, Stu. Right in the butt.
Jump still. Oh no.
All right.
Okay.
One unfortunate thing happens for Oni and for Hoppy is that as you've killed it, the toxic cloud of magic that powers it dissipates once Mark has cut it in half and anally penetrated it. I need both of you to make fortitude saving throws. You're gonna literally die in a fart cloud.
Fortitude. I mean, technically, I'm at the front
Constitution.
end. I'm not at the back end.
Yeah,
so
but it's
close
a big
enough.
cloud.
If I have a check mark next to it, I
Oh,
get
yeah.
advantage, right?
No, that's just showing you that you are proficient in that save, and that number is pre-calculated for you.
Good job.
No fart cloud death for me.
Do I get
You don't get advantage, but you're raging, so you both end up taking 12 points of acid damage.
okay.
I'm not raging.
You have it because you succeeded on the check, Oni. Mark, you have it because you're still technically raging.
Yeah. I was thinking danger sense, but that's for dexterity throws.
Yeah, it collapses in on itself. Once the magic that animated it is dead, like it starts to kind of collapse in on itself. The metal is being eaten away by the acid. It's no longer like its magic is inert now, so it's just acid doing what acid does, and eats away at the mechanical beast you've destroyed. A team of people come into the arena to start clearing it out. The crowd is still cheering, and you've been asked to join them in the victor's suite. Instead of exiting the way you came in, you now join them to the west. There's an observation platform. This is where the top-rated team, based on audience polling, will get to watch the next couple of competitions. And if someone supplants you by like the applause-o-meter, they'll take their position here, and you'll go back to the barracks. But I don't know that we have time to get through another combat today, unless people want to run late. Otherwise, I think we'll just end it. You guys tell me.
I say one more. Why not?
That
If you guys
was
got time.
pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean,
That's surprisingly. I thought for sure Amon was going to die.
If you guys have time, let's do it.
Amon shouldn't have taken any damage, and he's showing that he's at 21 of what, 33?
I
Yep.
think when we did a long rest, no one long rested him.
I long
Yeah.
rested his character sheet, but it didn't update his token. So his health needs to be restored to full, and I'll use a hit die.
Yep, you guys have plenty of. You'll have a short rest amount of time between fights, so if you want to spend hit dice, that's fine with me. The
Eli,
invent a cotton gin.
you gotta have this.
I don't want it.
Oh, poor bud.
Okay, so who's the most damaged?
Good job.
Or did you guys all heal up pretty good?
No, the hit die was enough for me to get me back to. I'm just missing 1 hit point now.
I'm sorry.
Poor buddy. I'm so sorry he's not feeling well.
All done. Yeah, good job.
I don't think that was right.
Yay.
He every time he takes his medicine, he claps for himself. It's really cute.
Oh, he did
Okay.
a good
Oh,
job.
good job.
Okay. So we're all set. Let's watch the next battle.
Okay.
The third team
We're almost done.
does a fine job fighting off a giant spider. They kill it, taking a few hits, but expertly dealt with it. But they had no panache. There was no great heroic struggle. There was no showmanship to it. They do not supplant you. Several other teams fail to even defeat their monster. There is
Amateurs.
a chimera that destroyed 3 teams in a row.
Uh-oh.
Like the same one, not even separate chimeras, just like the same one ate 3 teams in a row.
Oi.
A 4th team finally defeated it, and they have some kind of berserker who chose to wear its head like a crown.
It's
Um,
one of
which
us.
got very, very close to supplanting you guys in terms of showmanship, but so far you are still the front-running team. It's your turn again now. Apparently, the booking calls this one Druid and the Terrors of the Deep Forest. You may position yourselves wherever you want to, but do know that they will be issuing forth out of the eastern opening gate here.
Druids, eh? Druids, he says. Hold on, bro. I gotta play. Sorry.
Right there.
Marco, you want to position Amon?
Would this give him clear line of sight over here?
If he's on top.
Or if the creatures are large, yes. Like if it's a small person or someone probably trying to hide by the sandbags, they're going to get partial cover.
Okay, and before the battle starts, I want to rage.
Okay.
Into the arena stride 3 large saber-toothed cats, and behind them, a small woman with like twigs in her hair, and is like hairy to a point that's not unkempt, but it's almost bestial.
Ew. Called a razor.
She has exceedingly long, pointed, accentuated canine teeth. And even through the sheer robe that she's wearing, you can see that her spine has like a weird scoliosis curve to it, and the knuckles of her spine are visible through her skin.
Oof.
Yeah.
She has longer than normal human fingers at each end in recurved talons,
Mm-mm.
and the corners of her lips are black and almost rubbery.
What the fuck?
She's feral.
Is she? Sorry, I was trying to look at this, and I don't know how to do that.
Is she undead?
Is this Is she undead?
No.
She is not undead.
He's just a druid. Who's very into cats, clearly.
She's just a crazy cat lady, guys.
There's a cat.
Hey!
Oh, yeah, she roll for initiative, huh?
Oops.
Nice.
Wow, that's like the best I think I've ever done.
Ouch. Zeke.
That should have been Amon. And then this should be.
The 23 is Amon.
I can't roll that.
And then
Should we have our ranged members attacking the woman? The druid?
I think so.
While Hoppy and I
Yeah.
try to distract the big cats. Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
And I'm missing Hobby. You got a 15, right?
Yes.
Alright, sorry about that. Amon acts first.
Okay. He'll do the hunter's mark, and then he's gonna shoot at the lady.
I don't need one.
He misses.
Oof.
It's just thinking about those rubbery lips.
Mm-hmm.
Any other action from Amon?
Don't think so.
Oni, you're up. 3 giant cats, almost like protecting the druid behind that pillar.
Alright, I am going to do 2 weapon fighting on this big cat right in front of me.
Okay. Both hit. 11 damage.
Nice.
Ooh, not times. Oh, that's you.
Give it back! Give it back!
I grabbed the wrong token. All right. And you're good there, yes?
Yes.
She considers before realizing she's about to get pounced by 3 saber-toothed tigers.
I'm a little too close.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that this other one on the other side of the pillar necessarily, but definitely this front one.
They work as a pack.
Huh?
The druid behind them snarls and growls in a way that sounds like almost a tiger, and they seemingly react to that.
Mhm.
This one gets to pounce you and will make his attack first. That's not going to hit.
Nope, gotta be 16 or better.
The other 2 will make claw attacks.
When he's done, he'll come to you. Mom, I'm
Oof.
just gonna tell
I
So I
think
take
both of
20.
those hit for a total of 20 damage.
Yep.
put it.
That's alright.
The druid
I wanna put it
closes her hands across her chest with
here.
her fingers outstretched for a moment and crouches low to the ground, and then springs up, stretching her arms out, and they become black raven's wings, and she literally transforms into a large black raven and takes to the skies, flying over this pillar, some 60 feet in the air.
Weird.
We saw that happening.
Draco, it's your turn.
Okay, question for you. How do I do a spell that I don't have in my regular spell sheet? Because I don't know how to quite add that in there.
You can add spells by dragging them from the compendium onto your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Does that help?
Give me-
Can I
Yeah, that should help. I see. Get it up.
gotta start by getting it up?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Gonna do it. There you go. Okay, so aiming at her, I would like to call lightning.
She will attempt a dexterity saving throw. Oh, I don't even have that. I fail. Take 14 points of lightning damage. The otherwise completely clear sky of today suddenly rolls over
Right.
black as a thundercloud appears above the arena, and an arcing bolt of lightning just shocks the shit out of this bird. Any other movement?
I shall now go ahead and call my buddy, my wildfire spirit, and then never remember. Does he get a chance to cast once I cast him, or is it just he? I think I got do the next round, right?
Right, because your
Yeah,
ability
it's a bonus
to command
round.
and do something is a bonus, yeah.
Right. Yep. So I summon him. And then that's it for me.
Right, Hoppy, it's your turn. Oni is pinned down by 3 saber-toothed cats.
Come ram one in the butt.
I'll go ram one in the butt.
Phrasing?
I'll go after this one in the front.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reckless attack and great weapon master and poke it in the butt.
20 hits for 25 points of damage. Butt style.
Okay. And since I'm here, I might as well do the goring or the goring rush as well. Actually,
That's what I'm saying.
For
Row.
no, I'm going to hammering horns against him to push him 10 feet into the hole.
Okay. It does not appear you are.
That should have been. It shouldn't have been -5, but yeah.
Alright. Renan's turn.
I realistically cannot get within 30 feet of her, right? Because she's 60 feet in the air.
Correct.
Fucking up my plans, lady bitch.
Lady bitch.
Can I climb this thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Can I do acrobatics?
No. In this example, there's just no substitute for having the muscle required to just climb up a tower.
Oh, fuck.
It's got texture to it. I'll let you get halfway up and end your turn there, or you just abort and you cannot climb this, and you can take the rest of your move however you'd like.
What if I combine it with my cunning action to dash up it?
You clearly
Can
don't
I-
have the strength.
I would need another athletics check, and if that fails, you're gonna fall from 60 feet.
God damn it.
But I'm not
Okay,
opposed to
fine.
it. I like it, and that's good showmanship. Don't forget, it's all about putting on a show for the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like either of my choices.
I'm just warning you what happens if you fail.
Okay, so I'll climb halfway up and then hold on for dear life and wait till my next turn. I'm strong enough.
I am. All right. It is time for the druid to make a turn. The druid stays where she is on the top of the pyramid, but sheds the form of that raven. And
Yes, she does.
comes back
So
to-
smoking, I bet.
comes back to the rubbery-lipped troll lady that you were previously seeing. She reaches out with her hand, and small tendrils of green energy connect her and the most wounded saber-toothed cat, and she heals it. Some of the visible wounds caused by Hoppy's greatsword begin to knit closed and heal.
Fucking hate druids.
Hey,
This is gonna be a problem.
It is Amon's turn.
He's going to shoot the one that I damaged, I guess. Hunter's Mark.
That hits, total of 10.
Have we done enough damage on any of these to see hit bars or no?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you could see them.
We can't see hit bars on any of the bad guys.
there we go.
Allow me to correct this grave injustice. And then I'll get to her in just a moment. Who's next then? After Amon comes Oni.
It's me. Can I reach the one that has the most damage from where I am, or would I have to move and give them an attack of opportunity to step
Nope.
forward?
You're fine to step forward because you're not technically leaving their threatened area, you're just moving within it, and that's totally fine.
You're like in the middle of all three of them.
Okay. I'm gonna focus on that one then, since it seems to be the most damaged.
Okay. I like focused fire.
I am
How-
going
How does
to
attack that guy?
attack twice.
Both are hits, total 19.
Okay. And then I'm going to action surge and attack once, and then second wind.
Second wind is a bonus.
Right, but that replaces my second attack, right?
It does not. You only get, so no matter how many extra actions you get through the attack action or haste, you only ever get one bonus action, which you've used for your offhand attack in the first round.
Oh, and action surge doesn't give me that back.
Correct.
Then
you
I
don't get
did
another
that wrong.
bonus. You just would make one more attack.
Okay, so that's my one more attack, which misses, and then I'm gonna have to use my
It
net.
doesn't actually. Their armor class is 12,
Oh, sweet.
so you killed the big one if you want to.
Sure. And then I'm gonna use my periaptive wound closure. Oh, can I roll a hit die during combat or no?
You may not,
All right. Well
but I
then,
love where your head's at.
good luck everybody else.
Good luck to you. You still got two more. Pissed you killed your buddy.
Well, hopefully Hoppy can take one of the hits.
Just now it's their turn to attack you.
It is indeed. They are both going to focus down Oni as they are being commanded to do so by the lady on the tower, who keeps pointing and growling. 2 bite attacks.
Hey, one misses. I only take 7.
7 points of piercing.
I can take 7.
Draco, it's your turn.
Okay, first off, I am going to use my nice little fire thingy there I had, the scorching ray, and shoot her again.
Okay.
This is one I do 3 times, right? Yes.
Yep.
1.
Hit.
I did it right too.
Hey! Critical!
Okay, 3 hits. Let me tally up the damage. 9, 16, 20 total damage, and then roll on the table for me.
What do I roll? Oh, the
And the D100,
Crit.
the crit fail. spell critical hits. I am ready.
48.
8. Oh, that's brutal.
What happens?
Oh,
What happens?
Blair.
I don't like that.
Oh no.
Do it.
Don't want to ruin it for John.
The powers of your magic surge, forcing that character to move 5 feet in any direction.
Yeah! Knock her off the pillar. Knock her off the pillar.
I don't like that.
Well, you won't like at the end of my thing either. Then
I assume she's going backwards off the pillar.
yeah, I would assume so.
And taking more damage because of it.
I gotta roll this. Hang on.
Sorry, John.
You were gonna make Michelle
Oh
take
my
damage.
God, she's
Does it
dead.
kill her? Yeah! Draco!
Damn falling damage. Yep. She falls 60 feet and just like an old bag of
Breaks her
bones
neck.
just breaks.
Breaks her neck.
Her wrinkled toes curl up like socks under her house and just instantly dead.
Excellent.
Give like a gleeful, did I do that? To the crowd.
The crowd starts wanting to
Do a
chant, and
little,
I'm like,
finger.
Ryan. We're just picking names here.
Like, these are some really averagely named people. Taser
Alright.
face.
Wasn't his name Dave earlier?
You
Dirt.
have a move and a bonus left, I guess. You'd like to murder
Okay.
anyone else?
Yeah.
Well, I
Come
do
kill
actually.
These cats.
So, I got this guy here. He's going to shoot his flame seed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's-
Right,
not,
Iowa.
not that kind of a D&D session, bro.
Maybe he
Maybe
didn't
it-
expect it to be.
Get seated, my dude. 9 unfortunately misses.
Okay, so he missed that. Then I'm going to stay where I am, but I'm going to send my nice little lightning cloud and aim at. How far can it move? Oh, I can still do the same. So I will go ahead and cast lightning onto this one. They call lightning onto this guy here.
Isn't that an action?
It says on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use the action to call down. Also, it is an action then, I guess.
Mhm.
Okay, never mind then. I'll just leave it as
Nice
that.
though, for like one concentration spell, you can just go a little lightning bolt,
Yeah.
lightning bolt,
Mhm.
lightning bolt.
Exactly. It takes
Lightning fast
3d10.
strike twice.
All right. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Hoppy, it's your turn. The witch is dead.
I'm going after this one, and I'm going to.
Round
beat
for
him
butt
up.
attack. Yep.
I got to go with what works. And I'm doing it, doing the fancy, the reckless. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm just clicking everything. And
13 hits and for 23 points of damage.
okay, and then I'm going to do the hammering horns as well.
Okay.
And that should have been a -5.
Still hits and 18. I see 8 points of damage.
Yep, and he goes in the hole. Oh, I'm sorry, DC 8 plus my deficient, or
8 plus my deficiency bonus.
that.
I love it. I've got a fair chance of making that, and I didn't. But I had a fair chance of making that, and I didn't.
So now it's stuck in the pit. He fell in.
And it takes 5 points of fall.
Nice.
All right.
With the kitty, they can climb.
And actually, I still have another action, or I still have a move, so I'm going to come up here and get in melee with this one.
Renan, your turn. We got a cat in
Okay.
a hole and a half-dead cat.
And I'm halfway up the pole.
And
So
you're halfway up the pole.
I'm going to climb
Yeah,
down
you
the
are.
pole
Try and
Does
get
that
your dollar bills now.
Does that still count as my whole move if I just climb down?
If you make this is where I'll allow an acrobatics check if you want to just sort of drop
Spring.
and do like a tuck and roll.
Spring off of
I'll
it.
let you use your movement once you hit the ground. But if you fail the athletics check, you're going to take damage from having just let go and fall 30 feet.
Do it with flair. Fall on your
Yeah, I like
face with flair.
Panache.
Okay,
Or you
sorry.
can go up top and do like a "I'm the king of the world" type of thing for.
That would be kind of
Extra
fun, like
performance.
crowd engagement.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling
Yeah,
well.
for someone that's doing nothing. She just,
Okay, I'm trying to actually decide what I'm doing. Okay, I try to climb down,
Uh,
but
that's going to be the minimum to like tuck and roll a 30-foot drop. So I'll let you have that one.
okay.
You're on the stand of the arena and you have your move and action left.
I have my move
You have
and
your bonus.
action and my bonus. Okay, thank you. So then I'm going to move 30, and then as a bonus, I need to. I can't quite see the squares.
You can use the arrow keys on your keyboard; they'll like auto adjust, or you can just tell me where you want to be, and I'll tell you what like if you've taken too many.
Well,
You know.
I would like to also use my bonus to dash.
You can. Where would you want to be?
I want to be within a clear shot of this guy. So I don't know, somewhere
Like right next
over
to
Yeah.
a
here,
wall or
over
Very
something.
here.
doable. Yeah, very doable.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'll be right here. So I've used my bonus and my move, and now I would like to try and shoot this person.
Do it.
Nope, that's not a person, but you know.
It's a kitty cat. Kitty cat says meow.
Does a 13
It
hit?
does, and don't forget to roll sneak attack because he does have a melee ally, or you have a ally in melee.
I'm basically never gonna remember that, but okay.
Happy to remind you. I just don't want to cheat you out of damage that you deserve to have.
Woo!
Okay.
15 points of damage, sticking an arrow in the thick part of its shoulder. It yelps in pain. You feel a little bit bad because that's kind of animal cruelty. Actually, you're a monster now that I think about it.
Aw.
It hurt my sister. I don't care about it.
Amon, it's a monster. Got a cat in the hole and a cat half dead.
Mon.
It's like shoot
I'm
cat in the
assuming.
barrel.
I'm assuming he can't see down the cat down in the hole.
Why not?
Unless he wants to go and stand like directly over.
Yeah, like wouldn't he have to come over here to?
Yeah,
to
and I
see
like
him?
that a lot.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Cat's gonna
I
pounce
don't.
out.
Yeah, he's gonna pounce out and murder him. So, which would be on point for this character, but I think I'm gonna go for the other one instead.
Lift the other one into the hole too.
Mm,
Nice.
Hits.
Smart.
11
For 11
damage.
wounds. Grievously wounded, the cat's starting to consider its options. It's looking to see if it can leap to the outer balconies and find some way to escape. You see it's checking exits.
Oh, please do that.
Okay. I am using my bonus action to second wind.
You don't need to.
1d10 plus my fighter level.
Just hit the button.
I tried to, and it just closed the thing. It didn't actually do anything.
That's too bad.
And
15. Woo! That helped.
I get to double the number of hit points it restores because of my periaptive wound closure. So I get
30.
30 hit points. But I think that's too many. 36, I think, is my cap. Oops.
I think you don't know what you're doing.
No,
mhm,
my
mhm,
periaptive wound closure, whenever... Oh, it's a hit die, not my whatchamacallit.
mhm,
And I don't know where the 4d10 came from.
15. Oh. No, that's not right.
There was a lot wrong in that particular setup.
Okay, hold on. 9 plus 4 is 13.
I was
right?
thinking, man, I really used that wrong when I had it.
13, which is great.
And I had 8 hit points to begin with.
Yeah, that
I
seems
just
more
want
real.
it to be 21. Okay. Okay, now I have hit points.
I'll let you cheat some.
Okay, now I have hit points, and I'm going to try to hit it.
Says here 6 million, I think. Is that right?
There, I do 7
Close.
damage.
Oh, baby, that's only 2 million.
Can I do anything else?
You can move if you want to.
But it'll get an attack of opportunity.
That is true if you leave a threatened area.
Can I put my shield up instead of moving, or is that a bonus action?
I'll love it.
Okay. That way, maybe it won't hit me if it attacks me.
Sure.
Look at me! Look at me!
I'm gonna roll. It's gonna attack Mark anyway. Since you both have.
Well, and yeah, it's not being directed to that it has to attack me anymore. So
18 hits. Mark, you take
4
points of piercing because you're raging. This guy does manage to climb out of the hole and will attempt to pounce on Amon.
He gets disadvantage
Why?
because I have ancestral protectors on.
I thought you had to hit him for that to happen.
I did last turn.
But doesn't it refresh every turn?
That was my last attack.
I have to read this.
oh yeah, it hasn't been his turn yet. If it's at the
Yeah,
until
my
the end
turn's
of
next.
his next turn.
Until the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage.
And his turn
Okay.
is after
Yep.
Draco.
I'll lock it, I'll lock it. Where's that button? Disadvantage. 8 does not do it. Not that 11 was going to, but... it is Draco's turn.
Pew.
Okay, so I will go ahead and use my little lightning call. It's things in 5 feet thing, so I'll do it about right here, so that way Amon doesn't get zapped. Because, or I could do it right here. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? No, no.
Flood the arena with water. Everybody stand in that pool for a minute.
So, yeah, I'll strike lightning. I'll call lightning right here. Go. Boop.
I don't have disadvantage, but 18 I think is good for half damage.
Yeah, it's good for half damage.
So I take 7.
So 7, and then homeboy here. He'll go ahead and he's gonna be seated over here.
8 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, I didn't do too good, guys.
I
Not my
mean,
best turn.
you did an excellent job with that druid lady. So.
I thought so,
That's true, yeah.
Mhm.
and I still, hit both of them. So, and I'm going flare. I'm doing dances as I'm calling down my lightning.
I like it.
There you go.
Hoppy, it's your turn.
I'm going to. I'm not going to do Great Weapon Master this time. I'm just going to attack him. With reckless attack, sorry.
Okay. 17 hits for 12. He is deceased.
Okay.
You're
And then
welcome.
I'm good.
I helped with that one.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to move over here, but unfortunately I don't get to. After you take dash action. Never mind. I'm going to move over there. Get ready to poke it in the butt.
We've got a theme. Brennan, bring us home. No butt
Okay.
stuff.
I'm going to steady aim, which gives me advantage since I have not moved. And then I'm going to short bow him, hopefully.
And sneak attack because you got melee people.
Yes. I did remember.
And that's enough to kill this kitty cat. 3 dead cats, 1 dead witch.
Woo! We did it!
Woo!
I'd like to be called Peggy. Peggy.
Can
Peggy.
Hey,
No.
I pick up?
Well, go ahead,
Yoink,
the audience goes,
yoink,
"Oh, 'cause of the
yoink,
butt stuff."
yoink, yoink, yoink,
Yeah.
yoink, yoink.
Can I pick up one of the cats? Like, is it so big that I can't lift it up over my head and scream?
It's so big that if you could lift it over your head, it would be impressive. It
Okay.
would be worthy of a feat of strength.
Let's try it. What do I roll?
Yeah.
Strength?
So we look badass currently until you go.
Hey, I have an inspiration token that I can
You
use
do.
if this goes
You do.
poorly. Do I roll strength?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Oh, I could easily do this.
18.
You do.
Yeah.
Like easy, clean, and jerk fashion. You
I'm
take
gonna
the
pick it up.
500-pound cat.
And I'm gonna walk it over here to the center and just scream,
It is a fan favorite maneuver. For
and then
sure.
just drop it, like toss it like it's nothing.
And then, since we're doing it for the flare, I hit it with lightning.
Yeah.
It's still overhead.
Burning cat carcass.
Yeah.
Everyone cheers until they start smelling the burnt hair. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna mark where we are here in my notes, and we'll wrap it up real quick. I know we're over a bit.
Do we get to go back to our balcony?
Yep, you get to go back. You are still in first place. You are still the people's champions. Elea's flame seems unstoppable.
And I got my mini flame in me right there.
This is like the intermission of the Bestiarii Catal games. The arena is flooded by scantily clad men and women who perform erotic dances while
Nice.
just like dessert type foods are being passed out to the members in attendance. And the promoter of this event asks for attention at the center of the arena, and he displays one of the glorious gladiatorial weapons that will be offered to the champion of the games. Oni and Hoppy, you guys know that in a Bestiarii this big, there will usually be like a first place and a runner-up token. Usually it's a weapon, sometimes it's just a bag of money, sometimes it's some kind of prestige. In this instance, one of the items available will be a weapon. First place team will pick first, second place team will pick second, and that's all that they usually offer. But in this example,
Please be a good sword.
they are offering something known to both of you as the Blade of the Challenger.
One-handed or two-handed?
Some people are going to find this remarkable because of its ability, but the two of you know that it has an even more sacred meaning in the Catal circle. The Blade of the Challenger is hundreds of years old and is purported to be held by the greatest Catal champion of all time. It entitles the user to challenge any grand champion in a way that that person cannot refuse. The wielder of the Blade of the Challenger can issue a challenge to any grand champion, and the grand champion may not refuse that challenge.
Oh my god, I need this! I need this for my things!
In addition to its its potent magical.
And it could be one sword or two swords! I need this so bad.
Ooh.
We'll deal with that next week, where we are short of Zach.
Do we get a short
Yeah.
rest?
Yep, you can take your short rest now, or we can do it first time next turn. Or first, you know what I'm saying.
Do it right now.
I want my action
While it's
surge
fresh,
back.
yeah.
And our hit dice are restored
Long rest.
after a long rest, okay.
But the intermission does mean we are halfway through, so there are, in this Bestiarii, 2 more events to help you plan accordingly.
And then day 1 of fighting is done.
Mhm.
Nice.
It's only day one. We got a whole week of it.
I know. We got at least, 5 more days of this, and then 1 day of rest and research. Whew! Yay!
Well, sorry, I'm not going to be, able to play next week, guys.
You're gonna miss it, but we'll make sure
It's
to bring
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I change or update the schedule. Nobody else is absent, though, right? We're good to go for all of their parties.
Mhm.
Should be.
Should I message Caleb, or do you know if he's good?